is the least threatening end of the world music ever.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, it really is the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine.
What do you do when your crisis event runs into a crisis technology? Well, you solve the problem is what you do. And you play some jaunty music in the background.
It's like elevator music. Are we all
Yeah,
in an
it
elevator
is.
right
Yeah.
now?
We are in an elevator. We are getting to our places, and then I'm gonna cork it because tonight's program is all about Dominic. With that, I'm going to reveal very momentarily the cast, and then Dominic, I'll turn it over to you to sort of walk us through introductions and all that good stuff.
God, so
There we
jaunty.
go. Jaunty. So hey folks, welcome to our actual play. This is an experiment. This is an opportunity for us to take some inspiration from the community, gather together some creative minds, and then see what we can do technologically, which is a lot, because look at us, we made it. We can weather that crisis. We can also weather the crisis to come, which is the name of our organization. Dominic, tell us all about what this whole experience is meant to be.
This experience is meant to sort of test some of the different aspects of Mutants and Masterminds play cycle, just sort of some of the different places that you can, some of the different kinds of challenges that you can run with Mutants and Masterminds, because at the end of the day, this particular game is not about punching bad guys or defeating some world-ending foe. It is about rescuing people from dire situations with ingenuity, skill, and some advanced technology. And so this is going to be a lot of skill checks, a lot of skill challenge type things. There's gonna be a little bit of liberty taken with skill challenges and how they work.
Nice. Well, yeah. So, and this is a whole different timeline. This is another Earth, right?
Correct. This is nothing to do with Earth Prime. To give you an idea of the setting, I would like to welcome you all to the year 2050, a new age of breakneck technological advancement and global cooperation. Humanity exploring the cutting edge of research and development, with large-scale engineering and science projects being created at breakneck speeds. However, as the rate of this advancement increases, the risk of failure becomes greater, with natural disasters posing the same threat that they have in ages past, and when those collide, human lives are put in danger, and when such disasters occur and regular modes of rescue fail, only one international organization can save the day. Crisis, the Catastrophe Response and International Situation Intervention Squadron.
Nice. I dig it. And we're your squadron members.
Yes. So these lovely folks all around me are our members of Crisis. However, I actually won't have us going in and I won't have us go around the list and have everyone introduce their characters right now. We will actually do that as we start to play. So I think, are we all ready to go?
Let's do it.
Okay. We begin. Izzy. The flames are currently licking at your face as you run through a burning house. You know that there is a person in here that needs to be rescued. You know that time is quickly running short as the flames and the smoke lick at your heels. My question for you is what you would like to do. Be aware you do not currently have any of your Inferno gear.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah. So
You do have. I will say you do have regular equipment,
okay. Cool.
but none of your devices.
All right. So Izzy's running through this burning building and attempting to break down the door in order to get to the other side. The thing is, Izzy is an amputee, and his Inferno armor helps him cope with the fact that he's missing a leg. So this might be a little bit difficult since he's working with a normal prosthetic, probably.
Right. Yeah. You do have like a slightly augmented leg, but it does not give you the same. It doesn't give you the same freedom of movement as your normal Inferno gear would.
Cool. Well, I got to get through the door. So, assuming I have a fire axe on me.
Yeah, I'd say you have your. I'd say you'd have that on you.
Cool. We're gonna attempt to break down the door then and get through this other side. There's not a lot of time left. What do you need me to roll?
Yeah. You can either take 10 on this because it's an inanimate door, or you can roll for it and see if you hit. And I believe if you hit, that will be a crit.
Yeah. I'm not too confident yet, so let's just get to the 10 and try to break down the door and see what we can do.
Okay, let's see how the door holds up. The door splinters pretty thoroughly, and you're able to push your way in.
Yeah. Okay.
And leaning up against the wall, you see a figure, the person that you have to rescue.
Yeah, Izzy makes his way through the door, looking around, finds the person. Are you okay? Can you? Oh, my bad.
The person would appear to be currently unresponsive.
Yeah, okay. Izzy's gonna make his way towards this unconscious person, pulling one of his gas masks out from his bag, putting it on the person's face, securing it as best he can before he attempts to lift them up. It's time to get out of here.
Great. Give me a perception check.
Yeah, absolutely. I am okay at this. Let's go ahead and roll. There it is. At the 12.
12? Okay.
Yeah. Not too great, but
not too great. So you don't seem to see a easy way out of here because with the flames and the smoke, most avenues of escape appear to be cut off to you. But you do know that there is a chance. You know that with the way that this building is built, you know that the back wall that you're up against is you're on a second story, and the wall that you are the wall that you are against has a window that is currently overlooking some water.
So, Izzy's a bit of a hot shot. Yeah, we're going for the window. We're breaking that window open with the butt end of the axe, just as much as we can. He's gonna take a look out. How deep does that water look before I do anything drastic?
Definitely at least like 10 feet deep. Like this is like a building that is along like a waterfront, like along a harbor. If you know those kind of buildings.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, gonna take 10 again on the hit with the axe.
Yes. Just break open the glass as best I can.
That shatters.
And he clears it out as best he can, picks up the person, and just Ay. I'm sorry, Primo. This is gonna hurt. And just
Okay.
wraps them up and just out of the back, just throwing himself out of the window, trying to hopefully break the water with his back and not hurt the person he's carrying. But
Cool.
we are
Give
jumping
me
out of
athletics.
athletics. Okay. Cool. Let me roll that again. Ooh.
19. You
Nice.
gracefully, almost like a swan dive, but with two people. You hit the water and then pull yourself back up to the surface. Tristan,
That's
you are muted.
That's fine.
Yeah, you are currently about 5 feet away at the surface of the water. You don't have any of your crisis gear either, but you are there.
Right. How's the weather up there?
Stuffy. Terrible.
Right. Let's get you out of there, yeah?
Yeah, that's reaches up and gets the help to get out of the water.
Okay. If someone would like to make me an athletics check to swim to shore, the other person can assist. So decide who wants to lead roll this.
Can we reveal our scores to each other? Or are we just...
I've got a 3.
I got a 6. I'll roll.
Yeah.
Good plan.
Go ahead, take it.
That's a 17 plus 6 is... Math, that's 20,
23.
23, and just for the heck of it, Izzy, you roll your assist as well.
Yep, here we go. That's a 20.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's even better. Yeah, as you're easily able to pull the person up onto land, appears to be doing. You look down at the mannequin that you just rescued from the burning building, and you hear the slight chime as up on the platform on the other side of the training area, Jack, you're standing next to a young woman, maybe in her early 20s, wearing a hijab. Hisa El Rashid, who is sort of one of the note takers, yeomen that sort of helps take care of some of the busy work and paperwork. Well, they appear to have done well.
Well, they're all in one piece. I feel like this is as good as it's going to get for today.
Yep. Commander Reve will be pleased, I think. And from what I've heard, their equipment and vehicles should be ready down in the garage. If you could tell them to, if you could assist them and tell them to go down there and meet up with Dr. Martel and Dr. Valari.
Excellent. Well, I've got the towels. Let's. I'll meet them and we'll head to the next. So I'm going to walk towards them. I'm presuming they're close, right? Can I see them? And
Yeah,
make
you
a
have to
beeline?
walk down some stairs. Like there's a spiral staircase coming down from the observation platform, and then you kind of walk across the docks to where the two of them are currently overseeing this mannequin that they just rescued from the burning building in the training area.
Nice. All right, and I'm going to throw Izzy a towel. I'm presuming that, and the names. I'm sorry, I'm looking and I can barely see them. Oh, Tristan's. You're dry, right? I mean, you were.
Wetsuit, it's fine.
Yeah, gotcha. Well, so I'll throw a towel to you anyway. Well done, great work. Now we've got to head down to see the doctor that I'm saying back to them perfectly with absolute memory of the name that you used. What was the name again? Dr. Martel?
Well, there's Dr. Martel and Dr. Valari.
All right, the docs want to see us, so let's head down from the docs to go talk to the docs. Get it?
You know, for future reference, does that pool need to be so cold? Maybe we get some heaters going.
You know, we got to make the environment as realistic as possible. It's not going to be a jacuzzi out there when we're rescuing real people from the deep.
I wouldn't say no.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
That's right. Wait until we get to Arctic. All right, docs need to see us. Let's go. So we're going to all walk down that way.
And so as you go, you sort of walk down through a number of hallways through the Crisis headquarters, a very nice modern facility, finished all of about 5 years ago, with the organization's origins kind of being about 10 years ago as a result of the formation of the Global Disaster Response Initiative, sort of resulting in the formation of Crisis. And so
Nice.
a lot of the technology here is state-of-the-art, and that only becomes even more apparent as you enter the main hangar where, Jack, you see the large jet. Did you give it a name?
The Jack Jet.
The Jack Jet? Yeah. Is currently there. It is a massive craft, maybe a little shorter than, maybe a little like around the size of like a Boeing 747, but a lot more squat, a lot more. The wings are a bit shorter with a bit of a wider fuselage, and it's got sort of some sort of like VTOL elements underneath it, and what appear to be sort of these hangar door, these sort of like slide doors at underneath the bottom section of it.
Nice. I'll say, there she is. Good old Jack.
And
She's a beaut.
currently, of note, is another individual. Dr. Martell, if you could introduce yourself.
Mm-hmm. So Doug Martell is a average height guy in his early 30s. He's, as the other characters come in, he rolls out on a platform from under the DEVE-1, the Deep Earth Exploration Vehicle, which is a sort of almost kind of tank-like structure. It has a big array of drill bits at the front of it that allow it to dig through earth and even solid rock. And Martell is dressed in a just sort of a work jumpsuit. He's got some smudges of grease and dirt and the like, and he's laying aside a couple of tools on a rolling cart set aside the vehicle. Oh, there you guys are. How'd things go?
Doc, I think you're going to be happy. Pretty good all the way around, top to bottom.
We
Well,
passed. That sounds like we passed. Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't have expected otherwise. You are some of the most qualified people in the entire world.
Well, their equipment is also seeming to pass the test. And coming from behind the DEVE is another figure with a thin man with a thin pencil mustache, Petronio Villari, Italian man, and head engineer of Crisis. And so Dr. Martell, he's been helping you do some tuning up on the DEVE. but he's also an expert with all of the other vehicles and equipment that Crisis has. If it's something advanced and particularly notable, it's quite likely that Dr. Valari had a hand in its creation. He kind of has that. Like Da Vinci from Assassin's Creed 2 energy going on.
Mm-hmm. Petronio, do you want to show off all of the toys to our colleagues?
Oh, it would be my pleasure. If you'd all follow me. And he leads you past the Deeb. I'm sure you're familiar with the Deeb, but we have a bit more in store. Right in here. And he presses a button, and the panels on the bottom of the jackjet open up, and you see up in there is sort of this like little launch bay along the undercarriage of the jackjet. Next to each other appear to be two helicopters with sort of two sets of rotors on their sides to make way for what appears to be sort of like a docking tube that attaches them to the roof of this little launch bay. One is one is a stark white and one is a bright red.
My baby's having babies.
Victor, this one is yours, and he points to the white one, and you must be easy.
Yes. Which one was though?
He points to the red dual blade copter.
Okay, but yeah, I mean, you could have put some flames on it or something. I mean, I appreciate the colors. But,
I will see what I can do. But I assure you, its fire suppression systems are state of the art.
We'll just have to work on the aesthetics.
Yeah.
We'll put some racing stripes on there or
It
something.
makes it go faster.
That's right.
Tristan knows.
I do not believe that the laws of aerodynamics would agree, but I am not the expert in fighting fires.
Well, you got to fight fire with a little style. If I recall, we've got we've made some exceptions in the past, and I kind of motion to the jackjet, and there's some little like kind of almost a World War II-ish sort of art that's painted on there. Sort of like a pinup woman kind of look.
Mm. And then he motions down to the other end of the fuselage long launch tube along the bottom of this thing, and there is there are two more spots for what would appear to be two more vehicles. Notably, one of them is empty. The other one has what appears to be sort of like a jet skimmer, like air skimmer, hovercraft, submarine combo. And that one is yours. Pointing to you, Tristan.
Right, that's it. Let's see. Skimmer model. I see. Choice. Nice.
Yes, I have put some modifications into it. You should be able to handle it. I understand that you were quite the ace down at the International Central Antarctic Outpost, flying their ice skimmers.
All right, this can't be too much different. When can I give her a spin?
Well, it is ready to go, but I believe that once you're done here, you are wanted up in main operations by Commander Reve. don't worry about your personal gear. I've already seen to it that they are tested and they are ready in the launch area of Central Operations.
Well, then we
Think of
should probably
everything.
get up there.
Let's do it.
And as you're departing, Dr. Martell, you see the good doctor, your good doctor friend, who he was actually the one who brought you into Crisis, as you were colleagues before Crisis was founded. But you were brought in after.
Mm-hmm.
And he sees, as you're leaving, you see that he's sort of seeing to it that the Div is starting to get loaded into the Jack Jet.
Mm-hmm. So we're ready to go.
Yeah. But to that end, you are sort of brought up to main operations, which is where you walk in, and it is the most people you have seen today in one room. An entire facility with a number of people crowding around data terminals, and a number who are looking at data, like they look down at data terminals and then they look up at like a large Earth map spread out against the front of the room. There's also an elevated platform bit in the back with a large alcove section off of it. And it is up there where you see Commander Nicole Rivet, a black woman, very straight, angular features. The best way I can describe to her the bearing that she gives is think like an older Grace Jones mixed with the Chief from Carmen Sandiego.
Okay. That's a vibe. I feel it.
Right?
So before we see her, I'm just going to look at the team and say, all this for us.
They've certainly built out the staffing quite a bit. I remember when this place was almost empty.
And she's also wearing she's wearing like a military uniform. It's not like a U.S. military uniform though. It's very like nondescript, near future sort of thing. Kind of like in Mass Effect.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sure, yeah. And we're all wearing kind of jumpsuity kind of.
Yeah, sort of jumpsuity kind of things, but with stylized trim in whatever color is thematically appropriate to your character.
Nice.
Because color coordination, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we would bet we're pretty trained, and we would approach her with sort of respect and deference, and we like stand at sort of attention and.
Well, I don't know if I go that far.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
So, you approach her, and she's currently talking with El Rashid, who you were talking to earlier, Jack. And she turns from her. So, I hear that the final clearance testing went well. According to these observations, I see no reason why you two shouldn't be cleared for active duty along with the rest of the squadron.
Yeah, well, Tristan didn't let me drown, so we're doing okay.
I would expect not. And I would expect that you all keep on top of your training, not just the new members.
Of course.
Of course.
Petronio and I have checked out all the equipment, and everything is in perfect shape, and the final pieces are getting loaded onto the jet. We're good to go.
I could see that. And she looks over at that alcove, and now that you're up here at this angle, you see that it is lined with what are sort of these elevator launch tubes. 5 of which are loaded out with your specialized crisis equipment.
Nice.
And a few more that have other equipment for other crisis operatives not appearing in this adventure. AKA more action figures to sell. Right?
Hey.
It's all the action figures.
To be developed later.
Smart.
But
Am I there
we're
yet,
thinking
Don?
this toy. Huh?
I don't think I'm there yet. Am I there yet?
You are not there yet. However, it is at about this point that you do come walking through the door.
Excellent. Victor enters the room dog first, as he often does, being led by a tall, beautiful Saint Bernard with a pink bow for a collar, dressed in a similar style jumpsuit to him, with the pink lining along the side, and she has sort of modified saddlebags to carry some equipment. And Victor is as thick as he is boisterous as he moves into the room with his silver hair and his close-cropped beard.
Dom, have we met the dog and Victor before?
Yeah, so you and Dr. Martell have met them. Izzy and Tristan, you have not.
And the dog's name is what again?
Anza.
Anza.
Martel somehow produces a small dog treat from somewhere in his pockets of his jumpsuit and crouches down to pet Anza and slip her a small treat when she trots over.
I'm going to say, Victor, welcome. That dog has cast a spell on this doctor.
It is good to be among friends. And Dig Dog, you are the reason my dog is starting to be tight in the jumpsuit area.
Anza's a deserving girl, and I'm sure she will see to it that she gets some exercise.
I hear there is a big job we need to be doing. And I am here to do all the doings with all of my friends. And I will put big arms up.
I'll give you a high five.
Yes, eventually you will all have your opportunity to prove yourselves in the field. Currently, the Watchers are currently hard at work monitoring global emergency response channels, filtering for anything remotely suited to crisis's response. And for you three, Victor, Jack, and Dr. Martell, you would know that basically the function of the Watchers, is to comb through distress calls to try and, first off, they coordinate with local emergency response forces and act as a connecting point for numerous emergency response forces around the world. And more importantly, they determine when something is beyond the capabilities of normal emergency responders to reply.
Who are the two new ones?
Victor, meet our two newly minted members of the team. Tristan and Izzy and I'm sorry, what was your?
Yeah, Izzy
Your Izzy
Tristan.
and your Tristan. Okay.
Yeah. Or it's just, yeah.
They just
You know what I
finished
did.
their
I did that flawlessly.
final certifications.
It is being good meeting you.
You said your name was Victor. Where did they get a giant like you from?
I fell off mountain and then they rescued me.
The dog.
Is your dog wearing galoshes?
It's good for climbing mountain.
Right.
Well, so much good that did for the dog. I mean, he fell off the mountain with you. I'm guessing.
Niet. She rescued me from mountain. She found me buried in snow, and I named her after my friend who went missing.
We're happy to have Anza on the team, and it's great to have Victor along.
Yeah.
I'm mostly here to clean up her poop. She does all work.
Don't let him fool you. He's talented in what again? What are you again? You're a
Mountaineering and snow rescue.
yeah. Well, I would know that. This is out of character, really. You know, as don't let him fool you. He's one of the world's foremost mountaineers.
I mostly cheat
With
these days. I fly helicopter to top and look for people who are in more trouble than me.
Don't we all?
It seems you got some competition in the helicopter niche.
Wait, you know, I'm not trying to carve out my own spot. I mean, we can all fly helicopters. It's I'm not.
Oh, you are being flying the whirly bird too, even.
Well,
It's all got to fit in the jack jet, friends. You know, the jack jet is your mother.
We've ensured there's plenty of cargo space, Jack.
I'm not worried about it at all. I am now. Were we waiting to like hear from the Watchers, or we're gonna go hang out with the Watchers, or what's that?
Yeah, currently you're just sort of chatting about currently the Watchers are just monitoring global situations. Also on the screen, you do see in sort of a sinusoidal wave moving up and down in slow motion appears to be a tracker mark for a large satellite.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. So are we kind of like hanging over their shoulders, or kind of watching the same stuff that they are, or just chatting, or both? Okay, great.
so I have a question for Victor, Jack, and Doctor. So I'm not afraid of anything, right? Of course, but your 2 new recruits. Did you, what happened? I mean, what open spaces? I don't want to assume anything bad necessarily, but
Oh, we vowed to never talk about what happened to them.
Victor,
It was tragic. There was a mess. There was buckets.
Don't let Victor rattle you, Commander Reve said. The team used to be just 3 members, but due to recent expansions, we've seen fit to expand the team to 5.
Bah. Just let me haze them a little bit.
more opportunity to haze to come, but yeah.
I don't know about Tristan necessarily, but I'm hard to get rid of. I've crashed a couple of helicopters in my time. I'm still here. He taps like the prosthetic leg, mostly all here, but
Commander Reve gives her assistant sort of an odd look, and her assistant just sort of shrugs.
Your own
So I'm
areas of
gonna,
expertise will be very helpful for the team.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to kind of take the same tack, and do I have I'm wanting to like reference some material. There's like a computer nearby or something that I can kind of some sort of hollow sort of HUD
Display.
sort of. I want to display both of their bona fides, just sort of like their skills.
Yeah, you go up to a wall terminal because it's not like full. They don't have like full holograms. Think more like
on glass,
advanced like LCARs from Star Trek kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Yeah, and I'm just going to kind of wryly go like sort of in a sort of bemused way, start to run down their bona fides as like being super pro, super good at what they do.
Yeah.
Talk about like I'm not sure the exact story of how you got the prosthetic leg, but I'm presuming that it was in pursuit of a rescue or doing something massive, and I'll sort of, and you may have lost a part of your leg, but in exchange for the thing that you did that was really great. So there you go.
it's just gas.
Yeah, that's right.
Spill your backstory.
Right.
Yeah.
Spill your backstory.
Tell your backstory.
Izzy Israel Sarasua, also codename or call sign Inferno. He was an aerial firefighter in Mexico before joining Crisis. There's a freakish fire in northern Mexico. Got like a little too hard for local authorities, and after like basically days of trying to put out this fire, eventually like his helicopter just went down. I wrote that like probably crisis agents responded eventually. You know, got him out of the fire, fixed everything, but he held it off as long as he could before things kind of
Yes.
went downhill.
I knew it.
Yeah.
And exhaustion. Flying helicopters is hard. Okay.
Yeah, and this was a couple of years ago. Crisis didn't have quite the resources it had now. Crisis is currently going through like a period of rapid growth.
To your point, flying helicopters is hard. You should see how long it took me to train Anza to do it.
And then I'm going to say, and I'm also going to reference Tristan as well, just to be like, and kind of go through your bona fides and backstory.
Right. Kiwi, that's New Zealand for you. Born and raised. Helped in the been piloting the hover skimmer since about grade school, really. It's miniature one. Hobbycraft. Helped in the Great Barrier Reef reconstruction. And was also one of the major players in the main Antarctic base ice floe collapse of 47. So, in all, a pretty gilded record for someone barely over 20. Definitely no pressure or anything, right?
So while you may be new to the team, yeah. Go.
He's fine. He's fine.
El Rashid gives you a very sympathetic look.
Yeah, Tristan.
Sorry. She's not much older than you are.
Yeah, Tristan, as Jetway was saying, all these people that are here for the team, and if we fail, they all lose their jobs. So no pressure.
No pressure.
No pressure.
The commander just gives you a look.
Just sweet ass.
Meanwhile, over on the other side of the room, one of the watchers stands up and says, Commander, I think we've got something. And he presses a button, and up at the sort of the top of the screen, towards the top of the screen around where Iceland is, a big red marker appears, and in the middle of that red marker is what looks like a horizontal line that's all jagged in the middle. And for those who have been with Crisis for any period of time, that's the UI symbol for an earthquake.
Did you want to share any of that, like the Roll20 site?
Yep. As he moves a thing and zooms it in.
And suddenly we're in bullet time. Yeah, exactly. We move like they do.
Roll 20.
I know.
10 frames a second, my beloved.
Oof.
There we go.
So. Okay, that load for you all?
Yeah.
No, you gotta. Did you share it? I'm just not seeing it.
I thought I'd shared the Roll20 link with all of you.
You did.
Yeah,
we were gonna share the icons and stuff.
Share screen.
On our screen.
Okay. Those aren't showing up quite yet.
Okay. Then we'll just hang out and be cool.
There's a map of Iceland. Imagine that at home.
Yes, there's a map of Iceland. Currently, we're getting in numerous distress signals. It's going to take some time to sift through them all, Commander, but on the ground, rescue enforcement should be able to help evacuate the cities for the most part, but there are likely to be a number of individual situations outside of the scope of regular rescue responders.
How big is it?
We're looking at a magnitude 6 along the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, and and who knows what sort of aftershocks we're looking at.
I'm
Commander,
looking to
the,
Dig Dug to see how bad that seems to Dig Dug.
Commander, the Watchers can gather additional intel and information and send it to us on the jet while we are en route.
That's right.
Agreed.
Let's go, team.
And we're gonna,
This is it.
jet.
As you walk over to your launch tubes, shunk, 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 you all shoot down lower into the facility, and your tubes sort of come out and curve down as this loading arm sort of exits out of the wall and clicks into the side of the jack jet, and all of your tubes shunk, 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 shunk into equivalent spots on the jack jet. The doors open, and you're all in your respective gear.
Anza, give
Nice.
everyone the pre-mission boop.
Boop, boop.
Anza will come
Okay.
around and punch everybody with her
Just
nose.
go, boom. Fizz.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're engaging the turbolifters for rapid ascent.
Punch it, Jetway.
The big circular door above you opens up. The jets start to life. The jet lifts up and slowly takes a sort of a 45-degree angle, and the jet shoots off into the sky.
Pew!
And so, after a few minutes, the voice of the commander then appears. We appear to have a number of ongoing situations. We will update them for you now on your HUD map, and now is when a number of these tokens will appear for you.
Here, I'm. Will those tokens appear at the same time?
There you go.
Right there.
I see. Yeah. More so, I was thinking of. Look at that. Nice. I'm gonna switch. Do you want to share the? You want our viewers to see the map?
Yeah, if you'd like to show them the map.
Well, I want to show them what you would like to show them. Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. And bloop. Hold, please. There we go. Everyone can see that?
Yep.
Nice. Can I turn off the characters at the bottom here?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Go to audio video, and then you hit the tab display.
All
It's on
right.
the cog in the top right corner.
Yeah.
The
So you
gear.
display names only.
The
And then
gear,
there's
audio, video.
Go to video. There's a video display tab up there.
Yeah.
On the top right.
The tab.
Oh, I'm sorry. I get it. Oh, I see.
Then you do
Pair avatar size, but
sizes.
name only.
Top option. There you go. Right over it.
Here?
Where's his regular? Yeah. Where's his regular?
Oh, regular.
Right.
I see.
Names only.
You got it.
There we go.
Hey, nice. Awesome. Thank you for that, folks.
I'm glad you can hear it, Squire, because it's playing very loudly in my head. Just a guitar riff in the beginning.
Yeah.
Breaking the law.
Down.
There are a number of ongoing situations. Currently, you are being patched through communications networks to relevant personnel.
All right. What's the status on these situations?
That is for you to check on. Which of these icons seems of particular note to any
Let's
of you?
start with the volcano.
Yeah.
What does hot air balloon mean?
Pretty significant.
It's a rogue hot air balloon.
Oh,
Just
the rich guy in danger.
Wait,
Oh no!
Oh no.
There is a currently. It would appear that there is an actively erupting volcano triggered by this activity, this tectonic activity. Currently, however, it does not appear that there is anyone in the immediate vicinity of the volcano itself.
Mm-hmm.
However, it does bring to your attention and sort of groups them together that, unfortunately, the airspace surrounding said volcano
Is
is
full of
not
ash.
is full of ash, and that is why it is highlighting a distress call from that second token right above it.
Wait, is the second token right above it the hot air balloon or the?
Yeah, that little hot air balloon token.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay, so we were looking at our map overlay. Is there a population, in any of the kind of like I'm thinking of where the tsunami is, and the looks like there's a fire. There's like a house on fire. Is that? I'm trying to think of where people are also maybe in immediate danger.
Mm-hmm.
So what are the rest of
Yes.
tokens?
Yeah.
So I assume there's an active fire here in the central part.
Yes. It would. So there is. What's going on with those is that there is a bit more volcanic activity out that way. It's not a full-on eruption, but the intense heat released by the volcanic vents in that region have caused a forest fire that is currently about to endanger a small town.
Mm.
And it's far enough out of the way that normal rescue response probably will not get there in time.
And
Gotcha.
this
And
is a rock slide of some kind, avalanche.
Yeah, it would appear that there was a very large collapse at some basalt rock columns. A geological team appears to be trapped in a cave near these basalt rock columns.
All right.
Is
alrighty.
just a campaign question. Are we meant to split up when we go out in the field?
Yeah.
Yes, it is absolutely something that you can do. You also can team up for particular ones. It will just change the challenge of the ones that you get to later.
Well, I think we're just doing a risk assessment and seeing. So we've got a distress hot air balloon. We've got an avalanche that's impacting whom?
It's a geology team.
Geological team.
Okay, gotcha. And then we've got a small village. And then did we talk about the tsunami?
Well, that is.
I do not believe
That is a definite
believe we
potential
have.
threat.
Yeah.
What that symbol is representing is that a small tidal wave has struck up against a tidal generation station.
Uh-oh.
Now, normally, these things are very highly automated. So, typically, there aren't people there. For this exact kind of reason, if something were to go wrong, there wouldn't be anyone there. Unfortunately, it would appear that a maintenance technician was there for the yearly manual maintenance and level 1 diagnostic on all of the generator's main systems, and now the entire facility is flooded.
Ooh, and worst part, he's 1 day from retirement.
Oh no!
Right? He's holding out for that
Another little
pension.
universe.
Oh, that's so good. That's
You
great.
keep retirement plans to yourself in this job.
I'm getting too old for
All
this.
Never speak it out in the universe.
So what's our approach vector What direction are we coming in from?
You are currently. Hang on, let me do over to the Roll20 itself. You are currently coming in from this direction.
Uh,
Oh wait, hang on, wrong layer.
Okay.
GM
Yep.
layer.
I
The
see.
worst.
Okay. Cool. So
Because you currently launched from sort of the mid-United States.
right. All right. So I think that we want Tristan to handle the flooding of the Hydra station, and for Inferno to launch near the fire. Jack can carry us towards the rock slide area to drop off the Deeve there. Victor, do you want to help me with the geology team, or do you think you could be of more use at one of the other sites?
I think perhaps I could help save time at geology team if Anza and I are alongside you.
All right.
I don't know what to do about volcano by
Well,
myself.
the other option is your helicopter could probably be helpful in helping those ballooners.
That is true. I will send
Are they
Anza
actual
with you.
ballooners?
I will send Anza with you to help locate people in trouble, and I will go to helicopter to Canvas helicopter.
I'll take very good care of her.
All right, mind the treats, and then we'll start to deploy, I guess, right? I mean, does everyone jump into another kind of hamster chute and shoot into their rigs?
Yeah, sort of towards the back are similar sort of hatches that lead down into your respective vehicles that are docked to the in that little launch bay on the underside of the jet.
So
All right, I'm gonna in
Go for it,
the
Fred.
Mama Jack chair, and I'm Steve, or Doctor. What's your face? You don't have a you don't have a vehicle, so you're kind of with me on the Jack jet, right? Like you're
I do have
as
a
far as
vehicle.
like, oh, you do have a vehicle. Okay, never mind then. Then I'm gonna strap into the Mama Jack jet jump chair and do all the things and get all into my space.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So, because this will help me visualize it and also determine some things, what order are you dropping everyone off in?
Yeah, what do we decide? So we're coming from the bottom.
Yeah. I suggest swinging up towards the tsunami site, then inland.
Oh, I see. Sure.
Like
So like
this. The only tricky part, my friend, is going to
yeah.
be flying near that volcano. I'm going to leave it up to Jack about how close a vector he wants to take to get to that hot air balloon.
We've been through stickier circumstances. Let's do it. How did you draw in there like that? That's really cool.
There's a draw tool.
Ah,
It's that little paintbrush on the left side of the screen,
Yeah.
Troy.
So we're
don't give me this power.
we're dropping Tristan off first.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
All right. How do we do this on timing? Because clearly we're going so fast.
Yeah. I mean, Inferno could launch, sooner, but the Jack Jet is faster. So it'd probably be easier to get him closer to the site before his copter launches.
Yeah. And we'll have no doubt have worked out our aerial sort of, swing around and at the velocity that's appropriate for your helicopter it's a helicopter,
we're
right?
professionals. We got
That's
the math.
right.
Exactly.
We
We're
do
trained
math,
professionals.
Yes. Extremely so. So here's how we're going to do this. So each of you are all deploying in your respective vehicles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down the line in order of what order you are deploying in, and we are going to do the vehicle portion of
Nice.
of your rescues.
Cool.
Never played a vehicle and meeting some masterminds. Here we go.
As Tristan, the Jack Jet, skims down over the water, the doors open, and then the docking clamps disengage. You kick the hover jets into high gear, and you skim off the water for about half a second, and you are off towards through the fjords of Iceland.
Nice.
And as you do, it is worth noting that currently a lot of the geology around here is a bit worse for wear. And as you start driving through, some of the rock face begins to crumble and give way. I'd like you to give me a vehicles check.
Okay. In my character sheet there, vehicles +6. Okay, that is an 18 +6. That is 24.
Deftly.
Nice.
You've dodged ice before.
But have you dodged a Bjork?
You've dodged a Bjork.
You know she's out there somewhere.
Yeah, she's hiding in the. I told you there wouldn't be any combat. I lied. No. The final boss, Bjork.
I spend my hero point to pull out a gun.
Great big game master.
And I should also clarify, yes, everyone does have. Thank you for reminding me, Ornan. Everyone does have a hero point.
Yay.
Okay.
In their.
I didn't spend it. I'm not really spending.
I'm spending it on
No, I
Bjork.
know.
No, I'm kidding.
No, I know. You reminded me that hero point.
Okay, well,
Or thing.
good to know.
And I'm like, oh yeah, everyone has one, right?
All right, cool.
All right.
So
I'll just say,
so
you're good to go, Tristan?
Boosting, mate. Got this.
All right.
Everything is under control.
In the pipe, 5x5.
as you look up and you watch as the Jack Jet shoots off eastward towards the next site. And so currently, Tristan, as you round the side of the fjord, you see the facility. It's almost kind of like a hydroelectric dam sort of fixture built into the end of this that takes advantage of the extremely fast-moving tidal currents in this region to generate power. Unfortunately, those tidal currents are also currently working against you a little bit. And you facility distance is quite damaged. It would appear that a large wave washed through and basically slammed the thing down into the water, probably compromised its foundation.
Okay. So this is like a free floating structure.
It's not free.
It's a coastal free floating.
It's not free floating, but it's like it's now half sunk.
But it may be about to be.
Yeah. there are a number of small platforms that are now free floating.
Yeah.
But you currently do not know where the technician is from this distance.
Can I get closer? Or?
Yeah, sure. Working against the working against the current, you can give me another vehicles check.
That is a 17 plus 6.
Damn.
I'm rolling hot today.
Yeah.
For now.
Use it while you got it.
You zip, you zip left, you zip right, zip forward, and as you do, a large chunk of girder just sort of falls in your path, and deftly you push the stick down, your hover speeder into the water for about half a second, and then back up again, and you're skimming along the surface. And
Hey,
and eventually you pull up next to the half-flooded generator facility.
okay. Let's see. Can I'm gonna need a good idea. The maintenance guy is still on board, right? I don't see like a boat around.
You do not see a boat around. From your understanding, the distress call that's come out is he called in, pinned down inside the facility. Currently, he's doing okay now because he does have air where he is, but the water level is rising.
Okay. Well, let's see if I can get a better look at what's going on in there. Would my sonar help out with
Yes,
that?
it would. Feel free to give me a perception check.
Right. This is accurate hearing, extended, low light, and ultra hearing. The vision part doesn't matter. Perception is on me on my sheet right here, which I have open. Definitely. Perception is +5, and that is a. Well, I said my luck was going to turn around. That's a 3.
So
+5 is 8.
Can I help her at all in this? That I mean, I've got a sensor array as well. Is there a way that I can kind of sort of provide some additional perception, given that
Mm-hmm.
You did do a flyby.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
I
I
think
think I
you
can
can-
actually.
I'll say you
What
can
do you
do a
think?
quick flyby.
Okay. Now, is it a flyby or is it just my sensors are sensing from where I'm
It'll
at?
be a perception check either way.
Yeah. Okay.
We've also got all the feeds from Crisis Command. And,
Yeah.
That's right.
like-
Yeah, I'm just feeling like yeah, that feels good. Anyway, so I'm rolling. Oops, I've lost where I'm rolling at. What did I roll?
You got a 10.
Where is it?
You
I got a
can
10
Yeah.
plus my perception is 6.
Okay, so I think that's a +2 on the assist.
Mm-hmm.
That makes 10.
So that makes 10. Okay, here's how I'll give this to you. You have a pretty good idea of the general area in the facility he's in. You hear on your sonar, you're getting a few hits. One of them has to be him, but you're gonna have to go through manually and eliminate those other locations, or you'll get lucky and you'll find him.
Right, eeny, meeny, miny, mo then.
Oop, a
But
reindeer.
I will say that due to that the how well you did on that roll, in the time it took you to look, because you had to spend some time looking.
Mm-hmm.
The facility is collapsed in a little bit further, and the entrance that would have let you get in with the hover skimmer is now too small for the skimmer itself. So if you want to go any further, you're probably going to have to go on foot, fin, doggy paddle.
Is that a
Anza
hint?
is
I
happy.
didn't know that I took the dog with me. Oh God, he's.
Yeah, Jesus.
Okay. All right. I'll gear up.
Okay. As you begin preparing to depart your craft, we pick back up with Jack and Izzy about to depart.
Oh, they're getting out in their.
Yeah, as Izzy is about to embark in his particular craft.
All right.
Sweet.
I'm ready. Kick the tires like the fires, or throw me out the back end. We'll figure it out.
As you wish.
Well, and it's the helicopter, or the Inferno copter rather, drops out the back end of the Jack Jet. I guess its blades kind of unfold a little bit and start spinning. As it kind of like buffers itself with a couple of small jets, kind of gives it enough time to get the blades up and running. And
Yeah, like it has like these little thrusters on the bottom of it that like can't sustain it for prolonged flight, but like allow it to hover in the middle of the air for short periods of time while the main rotors fire up.
Okay, fellas, if you got eyes on me, did they get the flames on? How am I looking?
You're looking good. You're looking good.
You're looking very red for a helicopter.
I like to stand out a little bit. Yeah, tell me what happens. I'll meet up with you when I'm done here. And yeah, Izzy's gonna start flying down to the town. I imagine the Jack Jet is just ridiculously fast, just speeds off by the time.
Yeah, exactly. We're sort of. We're dropping you off at the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. At the village.
Nice. Yeah. That's great. Yeah, I'll make a little like. You'll have plenty of flames. Pew. And now we're headed to Avalanchia.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And so you can Izzy, you can see the flames from here as the fire-laden brush ignited by the volcanic vents that have cracked open in this region are beginning to make their way southward.
Not good. I don't really know how to fight a volcano, so let's put out the fires and try to get some people out of here before this gets worse.
I think you just drop a big round boulder right at the top.
You just put a lid on it.
Right, just
Cork
cap
it. Yeah.
That's how that works. Yep. All right. To get yourself down to the fire level, give me vehicles, because fun thing about fires is that when they burn hot, the air gets really hot, which can make it kind of hard to fly.
All that pressure going up. Okay, let's
You can
see. We got Oh, I think I'm crashing another helicopter. I just rolled a nat 1 for a total of 8.
Wonderful.
Oh,
We are-
massive updraft.
Yeah, exactly. Turbulence deluxe. How far away are we from him?
Currently, you guys have not quite left yet, but so.
Jetway, are you sure he was checked out on that copter?
Yeah, no, he's gonna be fine, and I'm gonna like, what am I gonna do? Can I?
Well, hang
What
on.
kind
First
of-
First
Oh,
things
yeah.
first. I will need Inferno. I am going to need you to roll your copter's toughness.
Okay. As he's struggling with this thing, And he comes over comms and just like, I thought you people told me this thing was tested.
I should have told him to paint it white so he could sneak up on fire. Bad camouflage.
All right, team, focus. And what is he doing?
24. I rolled the toughness
Nice.
of the Inferno Copter.
That's tough.
It's good.
That's
It's
pretty
good.
tough. That's tough.
Look, if we crash, we can pick it up again.
You said you rolled a 23?
24.
24.
Yeah, 4.
You got a 9
all of them.
toughness to this thing. It is a tank.
It skins off a couple of trees. You can give me another vehicles check.
Okay, let's try to set this thing straight. All right, watch this. Watch this. Another nat 1, I believe.
No.
I'm so sorry. I stole all the luck from you.
I got a 20 total, 13 on the
20
roll.
total? That's good. As you pull it up and manage to level her off.
Well, good news, everyone. I am not dead yet. Check back in a couple of minutes. We'll see.
Inferno, that was a little too close. And then zoop, off we go to the avalanche.
I thought the trees need a little bit of a trim. It's fine.
Stay
So,
on calm. Keep us updated.
So yeah, Izzy, what are you gonna do now that you're a bit closer down to the fire line?
Is the village on fire, or is it like the fire's spreading towards the village? What am I looking at?
The fire is currently now lapping at the village. It looks like some of it is starting to catch, but if the main fire isn't cut off now, the whole village is gonna burn. No questions asked.
Okay, I'm gonna. Izzy, Inferno's gonna take the copter towards that main fire, and we have the technology. I've got nullify as we're dropping some kind of like, I don't know the science possible term for this, but we've got like a foam or something that puts out
Big
fire.
like screen of fire suppressant foam.
Yeah, we made that sound so much more legit than I did. So
designed and chemically formulated by Dr. Valari.
yeah, Izzy has no clue how it works. He knows it works. So we're gonna start flying down and just like putting out as much of that as possible. So we got a nullify 8.
And it's perception, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm trying to remember. Fire is just so nullify is it's literally just the effect rank rolled against the nullify, correct?
Yep. Opposed effect.
So we
rank.
got a continuous fire DC 18, and it's perception and simultaneous for all the effects of fire.
That is a 16.
That's close.
Close. I'm trying to remember how the degrees work on a nullify effect.
Isn't much of one really.
Well, I will say what that does is it's not like super totally put out. Currently, the fire is being kept at bay, but it's likely that the village is still going to burn. You bought the village some time, but you're going to have to get in there and evacuate people.
Okay, so it's probably smarter to get the people out before I go for the source of the fire. So that sounds like a good idea, at least. So yeah, I'm gonna start. Oh shoot! I think
How
I'll
big
have
is
to
the
start now. How big is the?
What did you
the
say?
what?
Yeah. I'm in terms of rescue body space. How big is Inferno's helicopter?
It is size huge.
Is it size big enough for?
Probably fit about a dozen or so people.
Look, at the worst, I have a tether on this thing, and we'll
I'm just envisioning like the little human basket where it's spinning underneath you as you're
those poor people who get like saved by helicopters and they're just spinning.
Mhm.
split and spun around for an hour as they fly over the mountains.
That, but just like an entire village worth of people in like a car.
I've never seen that many people throw up at once.
Right.
Look,
It has put out the fire, though.
No fire, but it smells
a
awful.
professional improvises. Okay, if I could do it on improvisation, I'm okay. So I think I need to touch down and start rounding up people because I put the fire. The fire's kind of like stopped a little bit, at least for now. It's like the town isn't actively on fire.
Bought yourself some time.
I got myself some time, so let's put that to use.
Yeah.
Izzy's gonna land and start trying to round people up as best as possible, going door to door. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get these people away from the fire so I can actually tackle it directly.
All right. As you get down there and you sort of now approach this town on foot, you see the small like single-story buildings. However, you do notice a larger facility towards the back of the village that on its roof it has a massive what looks like a massive radar dish type installation. And what will happen with you and the village and whatever's going on there, we will get to that after Jack. You're about to drop off Victor.
My one-man show after Jack. Yeah, so here we go.
It's Victor and Dr. Martel.
All right, friends, you ready? You ready for the avalanche?
You're gonna have to come in pretty low, but I can take a decent drop.
All right, here we go. Woo! That's my flying sound.
Mew.
That's my mama jet.
And as you're getting down a bit lower, the bay opens and Victor is dropped out in his copter, and in a very similar way to Inferno, the rotors kick up and you take to the air. The Jack Jet gets closer to the ground. The door opens, and instead of just dropping into midair, the docking tube that holds the Deeve in place actually lowers your vehicle to the ground, and then ka-chunk.
All right.
You're down.
I hit the ground running.
And you're up.
Victor not far behind.
All right.
Nice. Now, is everybody out of the jet?
Yep. Jack, see if you can get eyes on those ballooners and find out their status.
Off I go. Now I'm gonna. Can the ballooners hear, or are they actually ballooners? They really are ballooners.
You haven't actually checked the specifics of what that is.
I'll wait until I'll let these guys do their thing, and then we'll find out what's going on with this balloonery.
Balloon juice.
Balloon juice. Ugh.
Balloon juice.
All right. Get a visual assessment of the site and see how things look for starters. Victor can provide an aerial overview, and I can take a closer look down here on the ground. What are we looking at?
So I don't know how familiar you guys are with like Iceland, but Iceland has these large basalt columns. They're these sort of like hexagonal, these cool like hexagonal, like tessellated pillars of just pure basalt.
This is dope.
A number of them in this region are collapsed and a lot more ragged
Mhm.
than would be normal. Quite likely due to the, earthquake.
Right. Do we know the placement of the geology team?
You have a general idea, but given that, actually, you can give me your expertise.
Okay. That is a 29.
Yep, those are the rolls I like to see.
Heck yeah, Dig Dug.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you're reckoning.
Mhm.
There are a few places they could be. The fact that a lot of the basalt columns have collapsed in this region is going to make finding the exact cave entrance a little tricky.
Mhm.
But if you have a relevant skill or expertise, either you or Victor, I'm more than happy to take suggestions.
Dig Dug, do you want me and Anza to land and see if she smells anyone?
That's a good idea, Victor. That
Wait,
might
is
help us narrow
Anza
things
with
down.
Izzy? Is Anza with
No.
Inferno? Okay, I don't know why I thought that. I'm confused.
Aura made a joke about the dog being in the ice thing a while ago. But
See, I just believe everything Aura says. So
Right.
Anza's not very good at fighting fires. It's not one of her
I
skills.
was gonna say, I wasn't. Yeah,
But tracking down people who've been buried, very
Mhm.
good at that.
Yeah, if she was a Dalmatian, maybe she'd be with Izzy.
What do Dalmatians do anyway?
Firefighter dogs.
They're best.
they
Clearly,
just look cute.
They be good boys
Gotcha.
and girls. I don't know.
Right.
Fair enough.
So, Victor, what's your plan?
We're gonna put the helicopter in hover mode, and Anza and I are going to rappel down to near the wreckage of the basalt area and see if we can sniff around and find any innocent people in need of digging out by Dig Dug.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, give me your. I assume it's your dog doing this.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna go down with her, but yeah.
Victor
Yeah.
can help.
So you can roll her perception, and you can assist.
Perfect.
Cool.
Victor's perception. I'll roll first since he's aiding. Do I have teamwork with Anza? I don't remember. I don't think so. No, I don't have
remember that.
Mm.
Perfect. So Anza rolls first, or I roll first with a 7. Victor gets a 19 to help Anza, and Anza will get a 22 plus whatever aid Victor renders with 19.
Yeah, so that's a 22 plus 2.
Yeah.
24.
24. Very good. Working quickly with you and Anza, you have put together where you put together which of these collapsed columns likely leads down into a larger cavern. Between that and Anza giving you a very particular look as she scraps against some of the rock, it's clear that whoever was here in this region is down there.
All right. I will. My boisterousness disappears for a moment as I think about going underground, and I will call over the comms. Dig Dug, this is location. Anza and I will be on standby with first aid equipment. If you
All
want
right.
to do the dig and the dug thing.
I'll take a look at the immediate area, and ordinarily clearing away this debris would be dangerous because it would probably create another rock slide or simply displace the existing debris. So instead, I'm going to try and approach where the Div can dig in from an angle to basically bore a new tunnel to the area to get people out that way.
Yeah.
The Martel maneuver.
Indeed.
Yeah, give me a vehicles check.
All right. That's a 20.
Dope. And so you watch as the tank slowly, the Deeve slowly approaches, and the way I kind of like to imagine it, it's sort of this big cylindrical tank
Mhm.
with a big drill bit at the front,
Yep.
and beneath it are like two sets of tank treads on these like small like pylons.
Yep.
And as the drill goes up to the rock and begins to spin, the first set of treads lift up off the ground
Mhm.
and into the side of the Deeve.
Right.
As it begins to spin inwards, the treads begin to move backwards,
Right. Sort of
giving you
pull it
traction
in.
against,
sort of pull it into the.
pulling you in. And once you're halfway in and secured, the back set of treads do the same.
Mhm.
And you just become this straight, narrow drill pushing into the rock.
Descending to depth.
And after a couple of minutes with that 20 roll, you empty out into the cavern.
All right. Once I hit open air, I'll use the Deeve's floodlights and like to get a look at how things are down here.
Okay, give me perception.
All right. That's a 7 plus 9, 16.
16. Okay. There are a couple of paths that these spelunkers could have taken. You haven't called out for them yet, but you can tell that with the basalt columns being the way they are here, the Deeve would have a hard time navigating them outside of actually like straight up digging through the wall.
Right.
And doing that down here would be a bit risky.
Yeah. Could start another collapse.
Yeah, could start another collapse, especially if there's like a full-on aftershock.
Mhm. All right.
So
I'll pop the hatch and flick the light on my helmet on, grab my equipment and my repelling gun and get a closer look. I will call out and say, if anybody can hear me, give me a sign of your whereabouts. I'm here to help.
you hear a sound further down in the cave, but it's a bit far and echoey, and you're gonna have to go in a bit deeper.
All right. I start climbing down.
In the meantime, Jack.
Just Jack. All right, so I'm been focusing on the buffoons and the balloons, and I would like to get a sense using my sensors as to what's the story? What are they doing there? Is it?
You pull up the data from the distress call, which you've kind of been able to do as you were traveling. Being able to look at what the different disasters are is something sort of you were able to do
Concurrently,
kind of concurrently. And as you look it over, it is not a hot air balloon. That's a bit misleading. What you're looking at is a floating meteorological platform.
A weather balloon.
Held aloft with superheated balloons. And on each of the sides of this meteorological platform are a set of emergency turbines that help give it an additional bit of loft. Unfortunately, from the readings you're getting here, the turbines have become clogged with ash and are no longer functional. The heaters are working to keep the balloon aloft, but there's a bit of a problem. You see, volcanoes also put out a lot of hot air.
Right.
So,
And when hot air passes by hot air that is being used to keep something aloft, it slowly begins to not be aloft.
so it's
slowly
sinking.
but surely, yeah, this thing is sinking. And at the rate it's going, the direction it's going, it is going to crash into that volcano.
Alrighty.
In a short period of time.
The platform
along with
unmanned.
Yeah, I was gonna,
along with the two-person science team
That
on
would be the key
board.
question.
yeah. All that expensive machinery, but 2 lives at risk. So, so I'm trying to think of how I'm gonna do this. My thought is to swing around and sort of at speed get over the balloon and sort of at that point deploy some kind of a grappling, some kind of a grabber that connects to the balloon or to, like, maybe not the balloony parts, but
Gondola.
rigging of some kind.
The
Yeah,
platform part.
well, I mean, if it's long enough, and then just sort of go straight up in the air and sort of pull them up and out over kind of in the Bay Area right here, wherever this is.
So I think then my question for you is, how close are you going to try to get? Because currently, this thing is in the hot ash cloud of the
Volcano.
Yeah.
of the volcanic eruption.
That's a good question.
And you could get closer, which would make latching onto it a lot easier of a proposition.
How far away do I need to be to deploy my my grapples?
You could do it from distance. It's how easy or hard do you want your grappling check to be?
Well, it
Think of it
depends
that
really on what the risk is. So, like, if I can get it, well, what I mean by risk is I would probably be more inclined to risk myself if, let's say, moving out farther would put them at risk. You know what I mean? Like, I would want to get as close as possible, within reason. I don't want to, I wouldn't be an unnecessary risk, but I definitely don't want to have any margin where they could, drop into the mouth of the volcano.
So harder piloting,
Yeah.
easier grappling.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That's the choice I would make.
So you want to do the harder piloting, easier grappling.
That's right.
Okay.
Harder piloting, easier grappling.
As you are attempting to skim the top of the ash cloud, not getting into it to clog up your own engines.
Yeah.
Give me a vehicles check.
Gotcha. So does expertise aeronautics play into this as well, or?
What I'll let you do is you can roll your expertise aeronautics, and that might change the difficulty of your piloting
approach.
check.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the first
I'll
thing
roll
I'm doing. And did that roll? I can't see on this the way I've got it set up on the screen.
You rolled a 1 and then a 19.
It's the one that you got to count. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if I rolled.
Not the one.
We're on a roll, guys. We're on a roll.
We're on a roll. Yeah.
So,
I'll see you. I'm headed into a volcano, friends.
I mean, the thing is, the ash cloud is such an unknown. If you had half an hour here to chart the air movements, sure, but you don't have half an hour.
So just gonna have to
now
risk
you
it.
need to make the vehicles check.
Now I do the vehicles check. Yeah.
Yeah, now
Okay.
you do the vehicles check.
Awesome. There we go. I heard that
So
one.
I will note you have a hero point, Troy.
I was just gonna say I was gonna deploy it depending on what this roll is. What did I roll?
'Cause you got a 3.
A 3.
Oh, son of a biscuit!
I'm just saying,
Yeah, my
Crisis in
vehicle-
Crisis is a great title for a comic book.
Right.
That's right, Crisis in Crisis.
Crisis.
Yeah, I'm gonna So, but yeah, my vehicles is +8. So, what is that? A total of 11?
11.
Mhm.
It's not going to be enough.
No, it doesn't feel like
Well,
it.
hang on. What did you roll?
I rolled a 3.
Oh, 11?
Yeah, 11 total.
Yeah. So would you like to spend your hero point?
I think I must. I think I shall. And I'm going to spend it by. None of that ever happened. Right?
Re-roll it.
I just. Yeah, I'm going to re-roll it.
Yep.
Whoop. Let's hope I do. God damn it! Sorry. I mean, gosh darn it! Dang nabs.
Nice.
All right,
18.
That is an 18.
Nice.
Plus-
+8.
26.
Yeah, 26.
That's
you're
more
holding her
like
nice
it.
and, You're holding her nice and steady. Now you just have to attach the grapples. That'll be a ranged combat.
Easy peas. Ranged combat. So
I think you have something for it.
I have
It's
close combat
vehicle.
unarmed.
Nope. I think you have like a ranged combat vehicle.
Ranged combat vehicle equipment. Yeah, I see that now.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And so I'm just rolling again.
Yeah, roll again
Awesome.
with your tether. That's 6 plus
+6.
12.
6 plus
Yeah.
6. It's 12. Fortunately, you got yourself in really close.
Nice.
So the DC on this was about as low as it could be,
Okay.
as the grapple hooks down and clamp onto the metal surface. You engage the magnetic grabs.
All right. And away we go. Up and out.
Up.
Yeah, I'm going up
Okay.
and out over the water, like over this way.
Give your so first off, roll a strength check.
Okay.
The vehicle strength.
Right. 1 second.
There's 6.
Roll
Yeah,
another
so
6.
6. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Where am I? Show me my vehicle. Here we go. Strength 16.
So
Ooh,
22.
yeah, that's a lot. So
Jack Jet is a beast.
Yep.
Jack Strom.
Yeah, it's like a Boeing 747. What do you want? However, Jack, I would like you to take a hero point.
Complication.
Feels like a trick.
I would like
Yes,
to take that.
as a complication comes into play.
Okay.
As said, oh great, crisis, you're here. We need to get out of. And you hear a loud crunch and then a rip as the balloon ruptures.
Oh no.
And that lifting power that was helping keep this thing up is no longer in place.
Rapidly
Fortunately,
dissipating.
because you rolled really well on that strength check,
Nice.
it's not falling like a stone,
Okay.
but now you have a new problem.
Is it heavier? It's taking me down with it. I mean, like, are we feeling?
It's not taking you down with it, but it is a tenuous,
Dead weight.
tenuous dead weight.
I'm also
that
imagining
you're
like,
struggling to maintain.
and it's just, do I have 2 grappling kind of hooks into it or mags into the platform? Because it's probably not like a tripod keeping it sort of hovery, without, because I was depending on the balloon to kind of keep it stable, right? I'm just wondering, like, is the platform flipping around, and where are the people at in relationship to do they just like fly away with the balloon, or like what's the?
No, they are. There is a small cabin on the top of the. There's like a small cabin built into the platform, and that's where the people are. They are in that cabin on the platform.
Gotcha. So here's a question for you. So clearly when, the Jack Jet gets in some trouble, there's got to be some kind of a, if I'm in there and I need to get out, is there some kind of a small little vehicle for Jack?
I believe abilities on your jet is remote control.
Yes, it is indeed. So
So
remote control. Yeah, go for it.
What you could do is you could go over there yourself. You have the equipment to do so,
Gotcha. Yeah.
and the remote control would keep
The jet flying.
the jet flying.
Right on. Well, and I was gonna, basically share that I'm pretty good with acrobatics, having grown up in a circus. So
How are you at ziplining down a cable in the middle of a volcanic eruption?
Just like another Saturday night at the carnival circus show.
So
As
where's
a
that
child,
part of your act?
Right?
Yeah, volcanoes are big.
Yeah. The part was building that baking soda volcano that big.
That's right. Exactly. A little soggier, my version, but okay. So yeah, I'm gonna do exactly that. I'm gonna as I'm remote controlling the Jack Jet, I'm gonna get into my gear and get into a chute, and I'm going to zip line down. What do I need to do at any point in time? Do I need to start doing the check?
Acrobatics.
Nice. And I can just do that right at the beginning. Just my acrobatics check. There we go. I heard that roll. What is it?
Oh
I
no!
hate you, Troy.
That's a 3.
It's a 3 plus 6.
That is, man.
But
I do have a hero point.
Got another hero point.
Yeah. What happened? Where I clearly I boned that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna use the hero point to roll again. Not the most exciting use of a hero point.
That is a 2, but because you spent a hero point, that becomes a 12.
10 actually.
Plus 6.
Yeah.
So that's an 18.
That whoever created that system has saved my bacon.
Yep. I wonder who. As you zip down, you let go maybe half a second too early as the ash is just pummeling you right in the face and has been distorting your visibility. As you try to roll with it, I need you to give me a toughness check.
Nice. Okay. Where's my toughness? There we go. Yeah. Okay.
There we go. A double-digit number.
Thank gosh. Toughness of 6. Oh, it says 6/4. Is it 6 for me and 4 for or is it 6 for the vehicle and 4 for me, or how does that work?
I think because you have a couple ranks of defensive rolls.
Yeah. Do they apply here?
Great.
It's either that or like your equipment. It's something like that. You're at 6.
Defense.
So that's a 20.
Yeah.
You're good.
Nice.
As you roll with it, you're about to roll off. You grab the edge of one of the rotors and pull yourself back up to standing.
Now that was a little too close. I'm gonna make my way to the. What's the platform doing right now? Is it just kind of like wobbly and weird, or?
Yeah, it's just it's kind of slowly swaying a little bit, only being held aloft by your tethers.
Okay, gotcha.
Not very stable.
So every time the Jack Jet has to make like a micro adjustment in midair.
Yeah, so I'm getting
like
motion
you feel it.
All right, yeah. So I'm headed. So I'm headed to the little to the where they're at. I don't know. Little, I think is probably relative, but
Yep.
I'm gonna.
As you walk forward, the ash rushing past. If this were a comic, you'd have like the image of the ash rushing past, transitioning into the bubbles in the water. As Tristan, you are currently swimming through the half-flooded power facility.
Oh, nice transition. I get it now.
It's dark. It's cramped. It's lovely. I do believe I've got a flashlight, though. Let's check that here.
Yep. Give me a perception check.
just straight perception.
Yep. Fortunately, you don't have any kind of penalty or anything because you got a flashlight.
Right. That is a +5. I've got to perception. That is a 10. That's a 15 total. Okay, sit forward here. Yeah, 15.
Okay. That 15 total. You're noting as you're going through, this is a power facility, so there are a lot of conduits. A number of them appear to be ruptured in the water, and fortunately for you, you know generally how to avoid them, but you will have to be careful. Yeah, actually, that'd be a good call as you swim forward. Maybe we should take a quick, like 5-10 minute break.
Okay.
Cool.
Sounds good.
As we go into what is now the human portion of the rescue.
Oh no, I
Nice.
gotta go underground. I don't want to do that.
Get out your hard hat and a flashlight or 3. You never know when they're gonna break, like a horror movie.
Right.
Right.
Okay, so
Break. See you at the 30 mark, I guess.
See you in 5.
yeah, that sounds good. It's a 30 mark.
Sounds
Or no, I need you to know I
good.
heard that's not a flashlight. That's a flashlight in my head.
Right. I love it. Good stuff. All right. I'm going to mute everybody. We'll be back in 5.
Hello, hello. Welcome back, everyone.
Hello.
When we last left,
Yes, when we last left our intrepid heroes from Crisis, Tristan currently navigating the underwater. You were currently
Death trap, I
navigating.
believe is the word you're looking for.
Hmm?
It's an
Did you say
underwater
death trap?
death trap is the word you're
Underwater
looking for.
death trap.
Close
Yep.
enough. Where are the spike pits?
Oh, it's the same thing. As you were currently navigating this underwater area, attempting to find the stranded technician before the water level rises. What's your tack?
All right. Have I calculated out how much time I've got till the whole thing's underwater?
Do you have an expertise?
I got expertise science.
I'll take expertise science.
Okay.
That seems like a
Oh
good...
god, that's a nat 20. Gosh. Nat 20 plus 5.
nice.
Plus 8, actually. I've said the wrong
First
thing.
one.
My only one, likely.
Well, reckoning by the time of the distress call, the rate at which the water in the area seems to be rising, or at the very least, the rate at which this facility seems to be sinking, it's all the same, really. Given those rates, average human oxygen consumption, you figure you maybe have 15 minutes tops.
Okay.
You reckon?
Working. Right. Let's get to that then. I got my flashlight. I suppose I'll go for the lowest area, the lowest point in the facility first and work my way up.
Very, very intelligent way to do that. Give me... give me athletics.
Athletics. Yeah. Plus 6 there. That is a 16 plus 6, 22.
Nice.
Nice. Very nice. As you're swimming from bottom to top, eventually you hear behind a bulkhead. You've been hearing it as you go, the rattling of metal on metal, but then eventually you hear some pounding on metal that is a little too arrhythmic. And it clicks. Behind this bulkhead is a person.
Okay. And I'm underwater and they are, right?
Currently, that would appear to be the case, although you with that nat 20, I'll give it to you, that nat 20 you rolled earlier to determine the nature of the facility, I'll give it to you. It's quite likely that the room that they are in is also like a good way filled with water. So it's not like you're entirely underwater and they're entirely dry.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know. I was wondering about pressurization there.
Yeah.
Is there any sort of way I can get into there from here? Valve release.
Not directly. There is always the other option.
Right. I reached my trusty tool belt, and I shall pull out just equipment here. I have a cutter torch on me.
Very good.
I was hoping the other option would be like a musical number or something. No.
Yeah, obviously. We'll do the
Dance
musical
off.
number, and then maybe we'll have enough time to
My
rescue him.
underwater microphone.
Right.
Part of their world. No, so I think the question then is, would you like to roll an attack on the wall, or would you rather take 10?
I'll roll. My character's young and trying to prove himself, he's gonna.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take that risk. That is, I believe I've. Okay, let me check my actual like print, my bonus on my sheet. I
it's plus
gotta
6.
make sure.
It's like a 5
Plus
or
6?
6.
Yeah, plus 6, and yeah, plus 6.
Okay.
I rolled an 11. That plus 6 is 17.
Very good. That is a crit.
Nice.
And
Nice.
I believe it's damage linked to weaken.
And yeah, it is. The weekend is also 4. Affects objects only. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot this part.
I will kill him.
I will kill that graphic so that we're not covering up Aura's face.
it's fine. I'm like I can do the Mike Wazowski effect.
That is. Ooh. Okay. I rolled a 10 on the toughness check, so the wall is still holding. Is really holding it first, but then I rolled a 2
Ah,
to resist the weaken. So you're like most of the way through, just a little bit longer. If you'd like to roll another one, or if you'd like to just take 10.
I'll roll another one. That is a 6 plus the 6 you said to hit.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that
that's a
does
12.
technically still hit.
nice.
So it is technically still a crit.
Yep.
All of its toughness is gone. I rolled a 5. No, the wall comes, and you definitely with your fins, you flip her out of the way, and there's now a hole maybe about, I don't know, maybe about 4 feet in diameter.
That's pretty big. Yeah.
And the pressure has maintained equilibrium, so this thing is mostly flooded by this point.
Do I see the guy anywhere?
Look up with your flashlight, and you see treading water at the very top of this room that's kind of on its side now.
Mhm.
Is a young man in like actually no, he's not that young. He's probably like middle aged, I'd say. Who else would they have doing like these kind of odd like maintenance runs? Kind of portly, treading water at the top of the chamber. And he's just like looking up, shivering a little bit.
All right, I'll surface next to him.
Ah!
Boo.
Howdy, here to help. All right, I've got something on hand for you. We're getting you out of here. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Right. Yeah, I got a
Swedish.
breather here. It'll last a few
That's
minutes.
landing.
You take this, put this on your mouth. Breathe in through your mouth, not your nose. It's very important.
Give me a persuasion check to calm this man down.
Skills, persuasion. I am not good at persuasion. The dice agree. 7 plus 3 is 10.
Even 10?
Yeah.
He seems to sort of struggle to put it on. Think that's good. You lead the way? Yeah?
Yeah.
Ja.
Yeah.
Augustus.
Yeah. What was his,
Need
what
some
was
chocolate?
his name?
Augustus.
Augustus. Yeah.
Augustus, and he's one day from retirement. As
Right.
we stated before. in
That's
canon.
right. That's right.
Okay, so I'm gonna I guess, pull him down with me. I got a few minutes before this rebirther ends. I've got like a couple extras on hand too, but I'd rather use them. I don't.
All
need
right. Give me one more athletics check.
to. Okay. Seals athletics 6.
You know what? He can. Actually, he won't be assisting you because you didn't make the.
Yeah, no, he's just going through it.
Yeah, he's going through it. He's not especially helpful, but he's also not like he's not hindering
It's
you.
not a hindrance.
Okay. 12 plus 6 is 18.
18.
Only
not
we could
bad.
all be so lucky.
Yeah,
Right.
You're making good time. You're not like speeding through this, but you're taking care not to hit any of the wires, and not knocking any live wires out of place that would, electrocute you dead. You are making good time back towards your hovercraft. However, before we get to that, Inferno.
Yeah. That's
The crackling of the live wires gives way to the crackling of the fire. As
Nice.
you wander up the streets, you've been in it for a little bit now. I forget your Inferno suit. Is it full immunity to heat or half?
Oh, no, it is only half. We have specifically immunity to heat and fire, limited to half effect, but full immunity to toxic atmospheres for suffocation.
Okay, cool. So you don't have to worry about any kind of smoke inhalation.
No, but fire hurts.
Yes, but fire can hurt. It can hurt.
I don't know if you know this, but Izzy is very smart and observant.
Right?
Yeah.
Fire bad.
Fire
Fire
burn.
bad.
Fire bad. Give me a toughness check and a fortitude check.
We
Fortunately,
fight.
you are at
Toughness and fortitude?
yeah, one for the fire, one for the heat.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Here's the first one, and here's the second one. Both are +7, bringing me to an 18 and a 10. My gosh. The fortitude first and the toughness second. Should I reroll that? That's a lot.
That's pretty
Bad.
low on toughness.
That's bad.
Yeah.
With the +15, I think I'm going to spend that hero point and reroll for a 19.
Nice.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Your suit seems to be holding.
Oh my gosh! Stop! No.
What was that?
That's my dog Appa.
Oh,
He makes weird chirping sounds like he's a bird.
it was
I don't-
great. I was like, wow, you're really tense about this. You're really stressing
I
out.
love Alpha so much.
He's a
Appa,
dog.
yip,
Ah, yip, yip. I love it.
Little guy. But yeah. So how am I doing on the fortitude side of this? Because I'm not on fire.
You're
yet, but-
holding. Fortunately, you have half immunity, so
Mm-hmm. Well,
the
difficulty's
half
lower.
immunity is what's saving you.
Thank somebody. Yeah. Okay. That's good. Okay. So live wires, you were saying? That doesn't sound good.
No, I was doing a clever transitioning from the crackling live wires in the power facility to the crackling of the fire.
Okay. I get you now.
It was cinematic kind of movie.
I was using flowery prose.
All right. Well, I've got, if I remember correctly, a satellite dish that does something that I'm not sure of yet.
Yeah, there does appear to be a dish.
Okay, and that was on top of the roof of a large warehouse type building.
Yeah, sort of a warehousey type building. It's taller than the other buildings here, but that's not saying much since most buildings here are only 2 stories tall at most.
Okay, cool. So, do I know what that does?
Do you have a technology skill?
Ooh, that's a good question. I do. +3, so we can
Okay,
try.
yeah, you can roll it.
Actually, can I possibly get some help from the team as I radio in? If that's possible.
You could.
Jack's full. Yeah.
Yeah.
People
I'm getting
are
that.
currently in like life or death situations, so maybe that's not a bad.
At least
bet.
I am. I'm getting a face full
But
of.
I will say
ash.
everyone else
probably
is
not
currently in the
distract
middle of
everybody.
their other
Do-
stuff.
Oh no!
Do we have experts back at Crisis Command
yes,
that can provide some
you
support?
can call back to Crisis if you would like.
Okay.
Oh
well,
yeah.
Let's try that. I did roll, so I got a 4. But maybe
4.
I don't know if
Oh,
that
let me
probably
see
won't
what-
help a lot.
Let me see what the eggheads back at Crisis roll.
I'm looking at some kind of satellite on top of a building at the village. Is this for something? Should I be concerned?
And crackling in over your headset is the voice of Dr. Valari. It appears you are looking at a satellite dish that appears to be an old model. Likely dates back to the global war of 2037.
So
it's probably no longer in use.
Okay. Well, how big is the satellite looking?
It is a rather large dish. Probably, I'd say maybe 50 feet in diameter.
Big enough to fit a lot of people and carry them
God,
out
I'm
the
gonna.
fire.
Yeah, you know where I'm going. This is gonna be really stupid. Well, time to do something very stupid. I imagine that there's not a lot of things around here that people could fit into relatively easily. So I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna break that thing off. Because I don't think I can. I can't like rip it off with a tether. So I'm gonna have to like break it with my breaching saw, possibly.
Okay, and so yeah, feel free to go up there. Would you like to roll to hit the thing, or would you like to just take 10?
God, am I feeling risk? I'm feeling risky. I'm gonna roll it.
All right.
You got lives to save.
I've got lives to save. Doesn't pay big. Safe. It's a 14 plus a 1 to hit. Woo. That's for a total 15.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's a crit.
Awesome.
What's the damage on your axe?
Where the breaching saw is damage 6. Oh, I'm sorry, DC. I'm rather DC 22 because it seems to be strength based.
Nice.
As the vibrating edge of the saw begins to kick in. Nope. Oh god. Oh, it's on the floor. Oh god.
Oh wait, guys.
Oh Jesus.
What's the result?
Gotta reroll. Gotta reroll. Where do?
I think it's a good thing I rerolled it because that is 6 plus not a lot.
I like
Mhm. Nice.
The dish clatters over a bit. Would you like to give me one more go at it?
Yeah. Let's try this again. I believe in myself. 11 plus 1,
Yeah.
12.
Well,
That's
good.
just enough. That's a crit.
Yep.
DC 27 then.
And hey, Inferno, take a hero point.
I love hero points. I don't.
Nice.
Give me
I'm
a
little
dodge
terrible.
roll.
Oh yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
So the dish doesn't fall on you.
Yeah.
And it clearly sounds like it might be filled with Wookiees.
That's
so be
a
careful.
that's a total of that's a total of 17.
17. Cool. As the dish rocks around and it hits into you and sends you sort of flying off the edge. You grab the lip of it. The tension on your arm is just a little much, and you have to let go, and you fall to the ground. Give me a toughness roll. It's not going to be a super high damage effect because you did pretty well on the dodge.
Okay. Let's see. Ooh.
It's also not
Ooh,
really
that's a
great
12 total.
12 total.
Yeah, I got a
Um,
7 of toughness. That's a
Yeah,
5.
you're gonna take a bruise, but that's it.
Could have been worse.
Could have done a
Yeah.
lot worse. I could be pinned underneath a giant satellite
Dish.
Call
while a
crisis.
fire.
Right.
Call
Then who do you
crisis.
call?
Right.
Hey, this is the best. I need some help. But yeah, no, I'll
Give
take
me a solid.
No, you're good. As the dish does the thing when you drop a coin and it spins
I see.
before lying flat.
Rolls to a stop.
Yeah, so Izzy is standing on top of the building. The satellite dish is falling over. The fire's coming, and he just kind of like cups up 2 hands to his mask. Okay, so I don't really know how to say this, but I need everybody to get to here, stand inside of the dish, and we are going to go for a little bit of a ride. This might sound dangerous, a little bit reckless, and honestly, I'm not going to lie to you, it kind of is, but trust me. And I guess I'm going to try a persuasion check to get...
I was going to
Yeah,
say
you
that a
roll
persuasion check.
to persuade the people of this village to hop
This is
on
a super persuasive argument.
I'm going to
the
be
dish of death.
entirely honest. That whole speech matches up perfectly with his persuasion. It's a +1. So that's a 20.
Nice.
It's a dirty 20.
Nice.
I can't argue with results.
Dig Dug, I feel like Izzy is making good impression somewhere. I feel it.
Can we hear each other as we're talking? I mean, we have comm
We're on
devices, right? Are we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Dig Dug said open mics to Izzy before he dropped off. So you guys are just hearing.
I'm going to say, Izzy, did you say a dish?
I found a satellite dish. It's not being used. 2030s war thing left over. So I'm just gonna put a bunch of people inside of it and then pick it up with the. It's fine. I did the math in my head.
You got this.
I'm not going
Anything
to
can be
lie.
said if you are brave enough.
I did the math in my head. I won't lie. I retook calculus twice in college, but I'm confident.
They built those things pretty tough. I think you're good.
Meanwhile,
This is such a stupid plan.
meanwhile, Dr. Valari goes, "Oh, they are all dead." I am not particularly he turns. You don't hear any of this, but he turns to Commander Reve. I do not have much faith in this plan. Meanwhile, okay. So I assume as you watch all the people scrambling onto the dish, I assume you are going to head back to your chopper.
We are getting back in the Inferno Copter, and we are going to give these people the worst nausea of their life.
Give me
lives, collectively.
Give me another toughness and fortitude.
Ooh, yeah. Okay, gotta run through the fire. Fire's bad. 2d20s. I have no hero points. A 6 and
I give you a hero point for the dish.
Oh, you
flask.
did.
Yeah,
You did.
for the, yeah.
You're right. I just take better notes. I'm gonna reroll that. You know what? I'm not gonna reroll it. I'm not.
Which one is that?
The 6. You said fortitude, then toughness, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
6 for the fortitude. Plus 7 is 13.
Okay. You are bruised and dazed.
Uh-oh.
Fortunately, that won't super matter because you're gonna.
I'm getting inside of a helicopter. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm at 2 bruises and a daze.
Yeah, it's
And
really
a
the
full of
bruise that's gonna hurt you. But now you're in the copter, so could have been worse.
I am going to take 1 second. The dog is holding me ransom for treats because he knows if he cries, I'll give it to him right now. So I'll be right back.
Which is fine because from that, as your helicopter blades, as his helicopter blades were to life, we cut to beneath the ground
All right.
as
So-
Dr. Martell is looking for people.
Dom, if does abandoning the Div to go this out on foot count for invoking Dig Dug's Curious Explorer complication? I'm just fishing for hero points.
Do you lose Dom?
Uh-oh.
Dom, come back.
Dom,
I'm the GM now.
right?
Okay, all right. What happens?
Right.
Rocks fall, everybody dies.
Everybody dies.
Oh, wow. Well, it was fun while it lasted.
Sure was.
Because Dom had an 8 p.m. cutoff time.
Yeah. Hard stop. Yeah.
Right.
All right, you are an angry god. I apologize.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Oh
yeah.
my god, but I'm not a benevolent one.
No.
Noted for future reference.
What could it be? Hello?
Is he connected? Like, is he?
He's
I'll
back
check
now.
his Discord.
Yeah. I see him. He connected, but he may not yet be connected. It's kind
There
of
you
You've
go.
asked for that hero point too hard.
I know, right?
Can you hear me now?
There,
Yeah.
welcome
Yes.
back.
You
I'm
may-
sorry I killed the entire party while you were
No,
gone.
that was,
Yeah.
that was my
Yeah.
fault.
Or
I
took
forgot
over
to.
and-
I've been using my phone as a Wi-Fi hotspot, and I forgot to plug it in.
Oops.
So the source of my internet
Suddenly-
just
Just
turned up.
blinked out.
Oh, that's why your internet got better.
Yeah.
I see. I
Power of
see.
tethering.
Smart.
All right.
Cool.
So
Bet
I
you
was just, fishing to see if my Curious Explorer complication kicks in to get me a hero point.
Okay, what I will say is that yes, it can take a hero point. Searching for them is going to be a bit harder because you're checking out every little crack and crevice, even if
And-
you're pretty sure they're not there.
And I'm going to radio up to Victor and tell him, Victor, I think I need you and Anza down here if I'm going to track these people down. I could use her help. And an extra pair of eyes wouldn't hurt either.
Down underground.
That's where I am.
In the,
I'll pop the back hatch of the Div. You can come in through there. The tunnel is the tunnel's stable. Unless
I
of
will
course
look down
there's
at Anza. Who is
unless of
very
course there's
eager.
another aftershock. So hurry.
Anza is very eager to go downstairs, and I will reluctantly follow along behind.
I believe.
I should have gone at the weather balloon.
Look. Anza is having the best of zoomies.
Look, Anza, I'm just saying, if we were meant to be underground, God would have given us moleskin. But we will go and follow and help Dr. Digdug.
Dr. TikTok.
God.
What's my check to search for these folks? Perception?
Yes, that will be perception.
All right. That is a 18 so far.
You want Anza and me to roll to help?
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
Here's Victor's help. That's a 12 because I'm more concerned about the sky being gone.
Yep, I was gonna say. Victor, you can take a hero point
Uh-oh.
because you're facing your fear.
And Anza gets an 18 to help because she is less afraid of the sky
Good girl.
being gone. And I will add my hero point.
And what did Victor roll?
Victor got a total of a 12.
It's cozy by the Div. You can you can take it easy by the Deeve. You don't have to go in any further.
Just saying the sky is not meant to be made of rocks.
Indeed.
You don't even have to lie down in this cavern.
You would go somewhere where you have to lie down to go forward?
Sure. I've been through a lot of passages like that.
I turn pale and just start, like, panting.
And the air down here is cold and kind of stale. But
And I will shuffle down to go join Dig Dug on our mission to save these people. You should not be underground in the first place.
But you are getting closer, and as you get a bit closer, you do find that there is you get to this massive fissure in the wall and a massive like fissure in the ground, likely opened up by the quake, and across it you see a group of 4 people sort of huddled up
There they are.
on a rock ledge.
All right. We're here to help. Is anyone injured?
Matrutsk has I think his leg is broken.
All right. We're going to need a splint to get you out. Stay where you are. We're coming to help.
Anza has her medical bag, so we have supplies.
All right. We should be able to rappel them across. The difficulty is going to be moving our injured patient. So Dig Dug is going to use his grapple to set up a cross cable over the cleft so that we can climb over, and then he can set up a harness over the cable to move people across one at a time.
Okay. You can, I'd say, either like give me like acrobatics or your expertise.
Oh, I'll definitely go with my expertise. I'm good at that.
Can I help with expertise mountaineer? Does that feel like this?
I'll
That's
allow
similar
it.
skill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll allow it. It's just I'll allow it because he's rolling an expertise,
Mm-hmm.
and the expertises are well, they're not the
Complementary.
same. There's enough crossover that I'll
Yeah.
take it.
Just think of it as a cleft in a mountain.
Yeah, I'm good with ropes and pulleys.
Just look
I was
down.
calling it the mountain's beehole.
Look down and not up.
Falling into the chasm of hope prison. I think I'm afraid of.
Great. Look,
No!
whatever you do, look down.
I look down. I roll a 1.
Did you really roll a 1?
I did.
Oh no!
Perfect.
You're staring the mountain's beehole.
I'm gonna hold
It's
on to the
eye.
1 because that's I am not happy down here.
Yeah, that's funny.
I got a 27.
Yeah. Yep, that works. Hold on a second. I will be right back.
All right.
Yeah, what happens when you roll a 1 and you're deep inside the mountains?
You never
areas?
come back. That's it.
That's it. You're done.
The mountain is your
That's
tomb.
Yep.
That's where
I
you
live here now.
Congratulations.
I always knew I'd be buried in a pyramid.
This is now a fantasy setting? Sorry.
That's all right. What is your what kind of body shape are you? You said you're kind of a. Are you dwarvish?
Thick.
Thick.
Russian.
Thick and Russian.
yeah.
6
how I'd like my
foot
dressing.
3, 230 pounds.
Wow.
Excessively large dwarf.
6 foot what?
Extensively large.
6'3",
Okay.
230 pounds.
So yes, with that
Dang.
really good mountaineering roll, you're able to move everyone back. However, I'll
Right.
say before you can move, before you're able to move the injured
Mhm.
geologist back, you're going to need to make a medicine roll.
All right. Treatment it is.
Treat.
All right. That is a 15.
Okay, that'll be enough to move them back to the other side, but they'll need
All
a little
right.
bit more attention
Okay.
before you can move them the rest of the way back to the deed.
Right.
Yeah, Anza does have first aid supplies if that helps when they get over here.
Yeah. Victor, I'm going to set up this counter cable as kind of a pulley. So I'm going to need you to give me a pull on the other end to get this guy back across.
I can't hear you. It's too dark in here.
Yeah, how do you move a mountain of a man having a panic attack?
It's
Victor,
only a panic attack if you have a chance to defend yourself.
I need your help, Victor.
Okay. I am here to help. It's good. It's okay. Is being helpful, and I will attempt to help get
Okay.
people across the chasm.
So this is just another treatment check on the injured person to get them well enough to get them back to the deed.
Okay. I've got treatment. Is there any benefit for having the medical supplies as equipment?
Yeah, it'll lower the DC.
Okay, awesome. So I will roll a treatment check. $22.
22.
Nice.
Yes. Dig Dug has inspired me to not be so concerned about the lack of open space.
Yep. This time you're just focusing on the injury. You're focusing on what's right in front of you, 2 feet in front of your face. As long as you focus on that, you're fine.
And Anza
And you
will lick
are-
the face of the man as we split his leg.
Yeah.
Splint his leg, not split his leg.
That's the opposite
Right.
of what you want to do.
That's, yeah, ouch.
So, with that, you are all able to sort of start making your way back to the deed. Dr. Martell, if you could give me one more expertise,
Indeed.
spawn thing.
All right. 27.
Yeah. Why did I even ask for the roll?
Hey, it's my thing.
Yeah, it is your thing. As you are able to get yourself back to the deed.
All right. We navigate the cave, get people on board, and I'm going to reverse out of here and get us back to the surface.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take a big gulp full of open air when we get outside.
Meanwhile, Jack.
I'm making my way downtown.
Walking fast?
No, I'm walking, yeah. And I'm home
Oh.
So I'm working my way across the platform, right, with the ash in my face, trying to get to the that little space, or that not the little space, but the place wherein people are hiding. Do they see me? They must see something, right? They know that their balloon is gone.
Hang on a sec.
Right? Sure.
I'm sure they know the jet has snagged them, but
Right, yeah, they're precariously platforming. Oh,
Reconnect a thing. Where was I? Yes, you're sort of making your way over to this cabin now.
Gotcha. My question for you was: Do they see me, or they clearly they know something's up?
Yeah,
Their balloon is gone.
you look in the window and yeah, you see a couple of you see two people, a man and a woman, pounding on the glass of the door.
Oh,
Saying, "Get us out of
um,
here."
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Do they have any? Do they have any? Like, can I do any communicating with them that's not sign language? Like, can they hear me, or their comms inside the cabin, or?
Do you have radio communication?
I have all kinds of stuff. Hang on here. Let me look at my me. Sorry, what did I do? I have too many tabs. Where did it go? Sorry. Doot. There we go. I have. So it depends on. I've got communications. Well, so I've got my vehicle, which is
Oh yeah, doesn't it
jet-
have a
jet.
feature on it?
It does. I have so it has communications. And I have sensory array sensors for radio,
Yeah.
extended radar,
Yeah.
radio.
Then through your comm link to your ship, you can reach them.
Okay, great. So I'm going to ask them if they've got. All right, we're going to get you out of this, but you need to keep your head on straight. And do you have any equipment? Do you have any sort of emergency gear inside? Exosuit, some kind of.
No, we have emergency parachutes, but they'd get
That's not gonna
shredded
do
in
us.
this.
No sort of pods or anything of that nature.
Afraid not.
Yeah, well, when we get back to headquarters, we're gonna need to talk about that, because 9 times out of 10, if this thing's going down, it's not gonna, a parachute ain't gonna get it done. But we'll get it done today. Don't you worry. And I'm going to. Where am I at the door? Can I be at the door?
Yes.
I'm gonna tell him to stand back and hold on to something.
What are you
And
going
I'm
to
open
do?
the door. I'm going to open the door.
Agent of OSHA.
Exactly.
I'll
I'll wait, of course, to make sure that they're secured,
Yep.
like either holding on to something that doesn't, as
Are you
break the
doing
door open.
a,
They're going
are
to
you
blow
doing
out the door.
Are
Yeah.
you doing strength? What are you doing to do this?
Well, so that's a question that I have for you. Is the door locked? I mean, is it just basically, can I just open it and let the...
It appears to be jammed up with ash.
Of course.
So you could...
Why wouldn't it be? Well, I'd like to use persuasion to persuade the door to open easily without any problem. Let me see what to do.
You can't bend a wooden door. Well, you know that, and I know that. But this door looks pretty stupid.
Right.
The door does look stupid. Look at it, full of ash. I don't know what it's doing. Can't even be a door. I'm going to. What am I going to do? I'm going to. So if I wanted to strengthify it,
You've got a strength
that's not
score.
what I want to do. Which was that?
You've got a strength score.
Of 1.
Hey,
I believe in you.
it's a score.
It's a score. That is right. It is a score. Yeah, I'm more of a lover, not a fighter.
Uh-huh.
But this door will accept none of my love. What have I got in the way of equipment? Multi-tool. Can I do some kind of a multi-tool action on this?
Yeah, if you'd like to roll me like technology to
I would like
crack
to.
the lock mechanism open and like not bypass the lock, but like clear out the lock.
Yeah, make it unlockable. Oops. Let's see. Let's roll a D100. Plus my technology 4. Yeah.
12.
What did I roll?
You got rolled an 8.
Rolled an 8.
So okay, 12 total. Gotcha.
Yeah, fortunately, it wasn't a super high DC, and you have the multi-tool. So
that's right.
Yay.
So the multi-tool
Nice.
lowers the DC for you.
Gotcha. Now they're all secure inside, hanging on to something.
It takes you a couple of minutes, but crack. The door cracks open a bit, enough for them to slide through one at a time.
Before they do that, I'm gonna. Do I have some kind of like? I want to basically just attach them to me, and zip up to the Jack Jet tether. Right?
Okay.
Can that be a thing?
So you tie yourselves off, and I am going to give you another hero point.
Oh no! Great, I love them.
Oh, when the GM smiles and gives you a hero.
I know it's
Yes.
vicious.
Yeah, that was a threatening hero point.
It really was menacing.
As sort of a cross current comes through and knocks the Jack Jet down into the ash a little bit. The jet strains and manages to just pull itself out, but the strain, ka-chunk, ka-chunk, the tethers come off.
Of course they do.
And in a moment, you feel yourselves falling.
Whee! So what am I doing here? Acrobatics? You sure persuasion wouldn't work here?
Feel free, give me acrobatics to see if you can sort of get a good handle on the three of them, or the two of them.
+6.
13, that's a 19.
Right.
Yeah, you're able to grab onto them as the platform and you all depart the ash cloud from below. You are still falling.
Gotcha. So have I ziplined down? Am I no longer attached to the Jack Jet?
You are no longer attached to the jet.
But you still have remote control.
As well as another thing on your device.
What do I have? I have wait, let me find it. It is a additional tether. Is that it? No?
It should be not on the jet, on you.
Right. On me, a big heart. Let me get here. Let me see. I have a propulsion pack.
You have a jetpack?
I have a jetpack.
Good for you.
Why did you list that among our assets?
Yeah.
I did. I told everyone, I think.
Wouldn't have worked
hero
for
points.
you. Wouldn't have worked for you in that ash cloud.
What is it was
I
among our
see.
assets? Oh my gosh.
Well, so now that we're out of the ash cloud, and I've got these two scientists or whatever they are, and I'm going to use my jetpack, and we made it.
And you
That's how that
zip
works, right?
back up around the side of the ash cloud, and yes, the Jack Jet is able to pick the three of you up.
Nice. How does that work? So, like, I think we're probably going to want to land on top of the Jack Jet.
You could open the cargo door.
And there'll be like a little iris that goes.
There you go.
You can do that, or you can go in through the vehicle hatch in the bottom. Either or.
I've got a jack hatch, so.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, it's got your face on it with like a thumbs up.
Right.
Yeah, I'll be like, hang on.
In the meantime, you're able to put yourself in, and coming in over the radio is Commander Reve. Jack, report.
We're getting there. We're rescuing. Each of us are attending to the various disasters in the area, and it sounds like things are good. That's what I say.
Then wrap up your business there and head on back to. And then she stops. She says, "What? What is it?" And you hear over the comm from one of the watchers. Looks like an aftershock. Meanwhile, Tristan,
Oh boy.
Izzy, Victor, Dig Dug, all of you who are on the ground.
On the ground.
The ground beneath your feet or the water that you're in begins to shake. It's a weird feeling for you, Tristan, because it's the water around you is shaking. Like, you know, imagine someone put you in a Tupperware container full of water and then just
Shook it violently.
then not violently, not
It's a very
exactly violently,
uncomfortable
but just like
feel.
quickly back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Like,
Uh,
oh boy, the speed that the water is moving back and forth is very disconcerting. As an aftershock begins to hit, thus complicating all of your departures and your final rescue attempts. Everyone take a hero point.
hang on,
As-
everybody.
As Jack, you are also about to pull away when the volcano that is now beneath you, because the you are getting closer and closer to the volcano. More ash, molten rock erupts
Nice.
into the air. You are gonna have to make your way around it.
Okay.
Jack, you were just having the worst time.
I really am. Yeah, with the rolls and the actual environment. Yeah.
Yep.
This
Meanwhile,
volcano wants to kill
first
you.
off, though, we're gonna start with Tristan, as you're just.
A quick
going
question,
to
and just where am I at now? Am I when I'm looking at the map? Like if I were the
allow
balloon.
me to move it. I should have
Sure.
moved it earlier.
No worries. I just want to get just a general.
Hold on. Because the balloon, the platform crashed maybe a couple of miles away from the actual volcano itself. That's not a problem. But you're next to the volcano now, just because
That's
you've
more
been
of a problem.
flying, huh?
Nice.
So,
All right.
Tristan, you managed to pull yourself and the guy out of the water just as the quake begins to set in. And just as you're getting into the craft, another large, like basically this big support arch that holds like a small little observation room in it. Crumbles and smashes down into the water in front of you, sealing you in.
Right. Well, right. So we're stuck inside right now, yeah?
Yes, but you are in your vehicle now.
Okay, I'll flip on the headlights. If I may. See ya. What we're dealing with here?
Yep, big gigantic. Yep, I hear you. Yep, we are approaching. We are approaching our end. So.
Okay. So what do I see when I flip on the headlights?
Yeah, you see just this absolute tangled mess of metal and concrete.
I'll try to either you know mathematically or using my sonar. Can I try to find a weak point I can punch through, or is it?
Oh yeah, sure. Give me perception.
Okay, perception. That's my D. That's my D12. Give me a very different result. That is an 11. Plus 5 is 16.
16?
Yeah.
Yeah, you think you've got a decent weak point. It's not like a glaring hotspot that says fire your missiles here. Attack the weak
there's
point.
no red barrel.
Yeah, attack the weak point for massive damage.
Mm-hmm.
It's not one of those, but still it's still a weaker point if you would like to try to get through that.
Okay, all right. On one hand, I've got a bunch of some claws I can deploy. I got a tether I can deploy. I've also got the cutter torch, and I haven't used that one yet. The big one. Part of me wants to go for the flashy one.
You have a cutter torch on the
Perhaps.
Oh my god.
Yep. As off of the bottom of it, off the bottom of the craft, these two sort of robotic arms unfold, and the arms fold back around to reveal cutting torches.
Call that a cutting torch? This is a cutting torch. And I'm gonna zap it.
Told you we'd get to it. Are you gonna roll the hit or?
Yes. I do not know what my to hit is on this vehicle. Again, I am not used to playing with.
You should have a vehicle weaponry skill. I think.
I have a skill for that.
I think.
I may have forgotten to buy that. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I guess
What'd you roll?
I rolled just a straight 18.
No.
Okay, yeah,
Still
that's
ain't bad.
that does the trick. You definitely hit. So it's still your cutting torch, but with higher ranks because it's power level 8.
Yep.
So is it like full 8 or is it 6?
It is a full 8. Objects only, DC 23, and then it is also attached to that same weekend. Also, rank 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hot knife through butter.
Hot knife through butter. Oh, that toughness hurts already. And then weaken. Okay, it's holding okay. It's holding okay. Give me a vehicles check.
Okay. Vehicles. That is a soft 20 total.
Solid 20.
Soft 20.
You are able to avoid more debris as it continues to rain down on you. Feel free to roll another attack check.
Okay. That is a 16. These dice aren't weighted, I swear, but I do need to give them the saltwater check. Here we go.
Okay. Okay. And you are through.
Oh, sweet freedom.
You're not out of the woods yet as the fjord continues to collapse around you, but we'll get to that in a moment. Izzy.
Yeah, these people are having the worst time of their lives, I imagine.
Yup. As give me a vehicles check to take off as the ground is shaking beneath your feet.
I would love to. That's a dirty 20, I think. Yeah.
Dirty 20 with ease. Your copter lifts into the air as you're rapidly approaching that dish. Give me that ranged combat check.
This is where everything goes terribly. We're gonna try it. Oh no, that's great. What am I talking about? That's a 21.
21.
Hey.
Ka-chunk!
Yeah.
And your give me the strength of your copter.
So let's see. This is where I forget things. Oh yeah. No, I have the feature. The strength-based tether. So that's strength 8.
Okay, yeah. Roll a d20 and add 8.
D20 and add 8. That's okay. 13 on the roll plus 8.
Oh, 21 then.
21, yeah.
Great, yeah. As you're able to start pulling the thing up and it's lifting up into the air. As you do, the building next to it begins to crumble as the earthquake hits, and you watch as it starts to crumble in the direction of the dish. You're gonna have to make a quick maneuver to pull out of the way, but Victor, Dr. Martell,
All
That's
right.
us.
as you're about to depart in the as you're about to depart, the cavern you're in begins to collapse.
All right. I am going to reverse out of here, and if I can, I'm going to use the Deeves grappling tether back up the tunnel,
Cool.
so that it can hook up to the rock face up on the surface and help pull us out faster.
Oh, so the tether's like in the back?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
hold on to the injured people and
Yep.
hold on to my own part.
Yep. Hang on.
Hang on to your butt. I will say that because you're doing that, you do not have to worry about any harm coming to the people, or even if this tether doesn't go super well.
All right.
Yeah, roll me the ranged on your tether, because I think you have.
That's a 24.
Man, you guys are rolling hot.
That was an 18, so it was good.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, you hear it connect with.
All right. I throw the winch on the tether into full reverse, and I'm gonna pull us out of here fast.
Yeah, you do that with aplomb.
All right. You want a vehicles check?
Yeah, sure. Give me a vehicles check.
All right. I'm gonna spend one of my hero points on that. So that is a 28 with the hero point.
Goddamn. Okay. Yeah. So, in moments, like 30 seconds later, boom, sunlight, the treads on the side of it immediately kick in,
Beaming.
and the Deeve pulls to a stop. However, this place is still collapsing, so
Yeah.
you guys will need to, in your vehicles, I'll say it's not hard for Victor to get back to his copter.
Yeah.
You will have to escape as this entire valley of basalt columns is starting to collapse in and around you.
All right.
You've disrupted the Bjorkive.
Not the Bjorkive.
And so, Jack, how are you trying to avoid these this blasting rock?
Amazing.
You talking to me?
roll.
You talking to me?
Yeah, the exploding mountain in front of you.
It's just a mountain. I'm in the Jack Jet. My two new passengers are all buckled in and
Yeah, they're buckled in.
good.
Or actually, they're down in the med bay.
Yes, being med bayed.
Because this thing has a med bay.
Yes, and they're my two med bays. So how about? I don't know what to do here. So, am I in the ash plume?
Yeah. Currently, the ash plume has exploded up, not quite mushroom clouded, but big cloud that's just going straight up now, right in your path.
So I'm doing my calculations and I'm trying to see how close I am to. Because what I'm going to do, I want to get away from the cloud, but I'm going to be probably more focused on how quickly I can get to the team or the closest members of the team. So that would be like avalanche, or would it be probably avalanche?
Yeah. So you're trying to navigate?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's vehicles. And does your thing have a navigation system?
Which thing? The brain?
The vehicle.
So the jack jet? I want to say, well, yes, of course, because then how would we navigate? But then let me double check here.
If it doesn't, that's an oversight on my part, but
right, I should have asked. Let's see. Evasion circumstance bonus to evade area effects is one of my advantages.
ooh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do that.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, you know what? I'll take it. Roll is a little unorthodox, but I like unorthodox. Roll vehicles as though it was rolling to evade.
Real quick, I also want to add that I have favored environment aerial circumstance bonus to attack or defense in an environment.
I'll take that.
Okay. Let me get to these. Sorry.
That's
And
a full +4, I think.
Yeah.
what was it?
You got a 9.
So is that 13? Where do I see that advantage? Well, I'm trying to figure out where the number is for
I see the
the
9. You have to go back to the little speech bubbles.
Yeah.
say that again. I'm trying to figure out for my advantage.
Oh,
How do I calculate that?
You get a +4 in addition to whatever you rolled. So what's your vehicle?
9. Oh, my vehicle is so I'm only doing 2 rolls.
No,
Because my vehicle is +8. Okay.
Your vehicle is
So-
+8, so that's 9 + 8, 17 +4, 21.
21.
Nice. I'm feeling good about 21.
Yep. You're doing good. You're doing good. You're pulling in and around. You have to go up and over it, and you go up, stall out, start to go down. Now you're gonna have to
Nice.
pull yourself back up in order to level out.
Okay.
So at this juncture, it is now time for everyone in their vehicles, as they are attempting to escape things collapsing all around them. I need everyone to make a vehicles check.
All right.
I feel like this is gonna be one of those SpongeBob "We Save the City" moments.
Yeah, this is one of those split screen moments.
Yeah. Yes, I can see it. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Can someone tell me what I rolled?
Troy, you rolled a 4.
4.
Oh, that sounds like a hero point
Yeah.
time.
I rolled a 42 on my D209.
I don't think that's how that works.
No, I don't either.
Nice.
I'm a line developer. That's how it works now.
D209.
There you go.
That's
I mean,
yeah.
who's gonna tell you no?
23.
Right?
Okay,
Nice.
what's everyone got?
I got a 20.
I got a
20?
reroll.
I
got a
rolling
rock.
A
I got a rock.
I got a rock.
I got a rock.
So can I spend one of my hero points now, or are you going to wait until everyone's all totaled up?
You can spend your hero point now. Okay, that's a 6 plus 10 plus
16.
whatever your
Plus
your vehicle is 8. That's a
8.
24.
Oh, there. That feels good.
Yeah, you physically couldn't have rolled under, I think, a 17.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Or
Sweet.
19, I think.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But
So does that mean I take one of the pneumatic tubes and I'm just sort of boop,
Yeah.
boop, boop.
Yep. What did you get, Victor?
23.
23. Izzy?
26.
Nice.
Tristan? Oh, I think they're frozen.
we lose
Oh
Ornan.
no.
Oh,
there you are.
Ours movement.
I think something happened in the video.
There we go.
For just yeah.
Would you roll, Tristan?
My roll? That is an 11.
For a total
What's am I rolling again?
Vehicles.
Vehicle.
Vehicles.
vehicle.
That is a 17.
17.
Nice.
I will say, you do have a hero point.
That sounds like a threat.
That
And
sounds like a
spend
I
it.
got two, I'll use it. I haven't used my first one yet.
Oh, you have
Really?
multiple hero
Nice.
points.
Yeah, I'll use that for a reroll. That is a 13, so slightly better. I'll take it. With a 6, that is 19.
19.
19. Okay. I am going to need Tristan to roll their submarines, their hover skimmers,
Toughness.
toughness.
Okay.
As you do get clipped by a little on your way out. Not a lot, but
8 plus 9 is 17.
okay, yeah, you take some hits, but you do manage to pull through. Fortunately, you did put a bit of points into toughness there, so you're good. Whew.
Nice.
Whew.
Phew.
Nothing bad ever happens. Except when it does. Which case it happens.
Mhm.
Right.
At least we didn't die.
Nothing bad ever happens to the Taylors.
So Jetway.
So am I scooping everybody up?
Yeah, so Jetway, first up, you pick up Dr. Martel, Dig Dug, and Victor. You swoop down. You actually meet up with Victor in midair, because he has the people on board,
Mm-hmm.
and so Victor, you have to
Triage,
engage
right?
you engage like the little retro jets, and it hovers there in midair for a few seconds as the docking clamp lowers down, trunk, and lifts you back up into it, and you're able to get the geology team into the medical
med
bay.
bay.
Yeah, into the medical bay.
Nice.
As Jack lowers down to the ground to pick up Dig Dug. And a similar sort of thing, hovering off the ground, docking clamp lowers. Kerchunk.
Up into the jackhole.
Yeah. So the two of
I don't
you
know why I said
re-enter. You two re-enter sort of the main area of the Jet Jack. Jet. God dang it! So close. It was a whole game, and I didn't get it mixed up once.
I love it.
That's frustrating. I kept
You got
saying,
stuck in the
"Okay,
jackhole."
I'm not gonna
We
mix it
were
up. I'm not
we were
gonna get it
so
mixed up."
close to
I was
You
go.
were
so
really-
close.
So close.
Sorry, I'll need to deduct
Better
5
use
points for that.
5
Yep.
GM
You
points.
better use your hero point.
GM points.
Yeah, your GM point.
So yeah, Jack, you watch as Dig Dug and Victor re-enter the sort of the main area of the jet.
Welcome home.
Good job.
No, we're good.
Collect the others.
No, yeah, we got to get. It's Izzy next, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And away we go.
Away you go. And you actually do have to land for this next one. You have to do a full VTOL landing for this next one because Izzy is meeting you with his...
That giant radar
copter.
dish is going to fit into the jet.
All right,
Yeah.
we've got Inferno's out here
radar
with a
dish
bowl
Izzy
full of
quite
humans.
gonna fit. So you do have to land to pick... You do have to land to pick up the...
Passengers.
But first, I want to make
Oh.
sure we get some screenshots of this.
Yeah.
I'm using the UI to make
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
Tip over that bowl full of people and get them all on
Pour
board.
them right in. Yeah.
Full-
yeah.
They're
full
just
of
stumbling all over the place. It is messy.
They're like, oh,
Yeah.
The
Well,
worst
presumably, once Izzy landed them, presumably they all would have, with a little assistance, they would have been able to pile off.
nicely done, Inferno.
Well, I didn't lose anybody, so I guess
No, you did not. Yeah.
I was really kind of guessing. That thing's spinning around. Nobody's strapped in. It worked.
Well, yeah, they may be a little worse for wear, but they're alive.
They'll get better.
Yes, they will.
We'll
They
do
have
better.
tomorrow to think about. Yeah, this adventure of a lifetime.
Hey,
Now
into
get
the
out of the
frying
bowl and
into the
into-
frying pan and out of the fire. For a
That's
change.
right. Yes, right, exactly. Awesome. So, just a bowl full of people are poured into the Jack Jet, and
There's a sentence you thought you'd never say.
no, yeah,
Mhm.
not on my bingo sheet.
Yep, you heard it here first, folks. And last up on the open water, you see Tristan Taylor and their wonderful hover skimmer.
We're coming for you, Tristan. How you doing, mate?
Doing just fine. Something I think that the coat of paint on the side was some issues with it. It's fine.
It'll
Nothing
buff right
bad.
out.
Nothing bad
Yeah,
happened.
it'll buff right out. So here we go to pick Tristan up, and the slightly dinged, just a ding, just a dingo. Is that right? Is that dingo?
that's
That's
awesome.
not you.
No,
That's
not a
I.
thing.
Gotcha. Yeah.
That's
That's
awesome.
not a thing.
You dinged up your baby.
Oh no!
I felt good about that. That feels hero pointy. All right.
Sometimes Troy causes psychic damage.
Yeah.
I do. It's an
Yeah.
area of effect, honestly.
Will save. No. So with everyone picked up, you are able to get everyone transferred off to proper medical emergency response facilities, the more standard non-crisis emergency response
Mhm.
that can handle the long-term disaster relief that
Nice.
these types of events tend to bring, and you are able to return yourselves back to Crisis HQ.
Good
Well,
job,
we
team.
did it, team.
We saved the city.
We saved the city and unleashed the Bjork. Fog.
The Bjork.
Bjork now forces
it'll be
across the
fine.
land.
So dumb.
We saved the city. We
Right.
saved Lucky Noted it on fire.
Right.
Nice.
But as you walk in, Commander Reve looks over you all and says, "Well done, everyone."
Thank you, Commander. And
All in a day's work for Crisis, and we all leap at the same time.
Like, everyone strikes a pose and
Right.
like in synchronization, except for the two new guys who are just standing off to the side.
Like, what are they
were we
doing?
Right.
This is tradition. Love
Bonding
it.
guys. That's how we get along.
nice job, Dominic.
Yeah.
Dominic, that
good.
was so much
Very
fun.
nice.
What a blast. Really super enjoyed it. For folks who are maybe you're watching this for the first time or you for a little refresher, we kind of threw out into the world, hey, if you've got an idea or something that you'd like to run and let us know what the idea is. And Dominic was the first with a great idea. And so here we are. We're doing the thing. As you're sort of thinking about Mutants Masterminds and your encounters and unique and adventurous opportunities, let us know. And we would thank you. Christopher says, this was so much fun. It really was a blast.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
definitely felt it. I really loved the teamwork element of it. It just felt really kind of just enjoyable all the way around. It definitely got hair racing there.
Yeah.
My dice rolls notwithstanding. We made it.
Nobody died.
Nobody?
Yeah, no
Right.
one died.
And
No, we had a whole
I'd
bowl
say-
full of people.
a great example of the different kinds of games you can run with Mutants and Masterminds.
Yeah,
Not everything has to be a fight.
not everything has to be. If you'll notice, initiative was not rolled once.
Nope. No fights.
No, yeah, that's right. That's right. It felt really
There were some attack
organic.
rolls.
Hmm.
It felt really organic. It felt like a lot of fun. There wasn't that, I didn't feel, even though we kind of had moments where everybody had to do their thing, it felt really like it had a good flow. The story was, I was engaged.
Yeah.
Did we lose Dominic? Are you still there? We
I
might
hope we
have.
didn't lose
Oh,
him.
yeah.
Oh, there we go. There you are.
Back.
Just making sure. Okay, well, great. Anybody else with some thoughts about the gameplay? Memorable moments?
That was the first time I think I've ever used tether rules, and like they're really useful.
Right.
A lot of people just like don't include them, and I mean, like I think people definitely should. It was awesome. It was good.
Do we want to talk about the origin of the tether rules?
Yeah.
Wasn't that something we kind of?
Crystal Frazier on our Patreon.
That's right.
Yep. I wanted to give them a proper test run, and I think they did well.
Yeah.
I didn't use everything that the tether rules can do. There are a couple neat other extras that tether rules can be used for that are a bit more combat applications of the power. But I figured for the utility purpose of the ability, it was good. Because I read over the power and I said, this is a pretty neat utility power. I'd like to include it.
Ergo, the hot air balloon. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
The Patreon has a lot of really good stuff on it. People should
It
check
does,
it out.
yeah. You can check out the Patreon. You go to patreon.com/mutants and masterminds. And it's in addition to these great rules and some great stat blocks, we're also retooling the entire experience. So imagine that plus so much more. And that's coming in the coming weeks. Not that it isn't just a valuable font of Mutants and Masterminds media, but we're adding even more to it.
Yeah, Troy, did we share the post I sent the other day on there yet?
We have yet to do that, but we will. We will do that right now. We'll do that after the actual play. But share with folks what that is, Alex.
Yeah, so we're doing our first Mad Libs and Masterminds, which is going to be ranked choice voting. There are 6 villains and 6 locations on this list. You'll vote for your favorite villain, your favorite location, and then Steve or I will write an adventure outline based on what wins. So
that's so great.
The 6 villains I picked for the first ones are several PL12 villains from the Freedom City sourcebook, just to get us started. And I picked a lot of interesting and weird locations from across Earth Prime, just to really make it an interesting first stab at this.
Yeah.
And so
Kaiju Island.
So at this point, the rank choice voting allows for the process to filter up the group, kind of decision, and then we'll just kind of move down. Yeah, it will move down the group from top to bottom. But they're all winners, really.
So vote your favorites.
That's right. By the time you hear this, you will see the rank choice voting options. And if you're a member of the Patreon, you can vote. If you're not,
great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, this was great. Thanks so much for the opportunity. I'd love to do something like this again someday. This is a pleasure.
Well, the pleasure is ours. Absolutely.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you for taking on GM duty, so we didn't have to do it.
Right?
It was nice. What do you guys think?
Hey, I love game mastering. So
All right,
Steve and
welcome
Alex
from a
generally-
DM. You're not gonna pick up Potwire ever again.
never.
Yeah, we're sending you to the GM mines.
Welcome to the
He yearns for the mines.
Here's your
I
helmet.
yearn to get mine.
Like all excellent GMs, your reward will be more work.
That's right. You did so good. You get to do it again.
In
Love
this
it.
economy,
That's too relatable.
Yeah.
No.
The good news is the pay is negligible. So
They got me.
all right. Thanks to Avenging Penguin. So this was so much fun to watch. Thank you for sharing it. Absolutely a blast. I think on that note, we feeling done?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Thanks to
great
the cast.
job, Crisis.
Thanks to the Crisis crew. We'll see what happens next with the Crisis folks. But until come check out what's going on this coming Monday, Masterminds Monday, which you can come and hang out at 2 p.m. Pacific, right here in the same place. We just kind of move the furniture around and swap out our skin suits. Well, we don't have to for this one. But come check it out. It's a lot of fun. All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.